And we have Mike. Okay, let me turn this mic down just a little bit on the scene. And then I'm going to go here. And I think I've already turned it down. Hi, guys.
Hi, Tony.
Hi. Hey, I have someone here.
Hi.
Okay, tell them who you are.
It's Rosalind, 924.
So Rosalind is here, so you may hear her because I'll be talking to her. And she may pop up behind here when she has to iron. Or she may just iron by herself because she brought her own ironing pad and iron. And hi, Nikki. Look, I have chat up there. You don't have to worry about chat timing out. So, technical difficulties this morning. Apparently, hi, Capes. Apparently, I totally forgot to reinstall Stream Deck on my phone after redoing OBS on my computer. And now they're not talking to each other, which is causing all sorts of confusion, hence all the issues that then crashed my OBS and then all the, yeah. Another one. All right, let me start at the top. I got to come over here and read it because it's super small. Malfunk, thank you for the 8 months.
6 months already, less than 3.
Drummer Bear, thank you so much for the 4 months. Rosalind, thank you so much for the 12 months. Capes and Arrows, thank you for the 19 months. And Amber, thank you for the 6 months. You don't have desktop audio. There we go. Now you have desktop audio. Let me know if the desktop is too quiet or too loud. So now I have to walk all the way over here whenever I want to change scenes. Isn't that lovely? And let's make sure, yes, you do have desktop on that one. Wonderful. So, yeah. Technical difficulties. Yeah, so we have issues. So, hi. How is everyone today? Hi, Niku. Niku's waving enthusiastically. So, as a live participant, if I start to go too fast, tell me to slow down. Or tell me to do this or this. But just like whenever I do, just like when we're doing on the things, if it's just because you don't have a good cutting things or things like that, all those things, in that case, then you may finish it later. Yeah, okay. Do you have a cutting mat? I just didn't realize that.
I actually cut all mine before I came because I didn't want to schlep my cutting mat with me.
If you didn't hear her, Rosalind cut all of her pieces before she got here. You like that? You're dying. Oh, Capes, yes. Speaking of Bunny Hutch, really quickly, for those of you that are new to my stream, or if you're not used to the quilt-along streams, this is a quilt-along stream. That means that this is going to be going up on YouTube tomorrow. Hi, YouTubes. We also have classes around the world that are joining us right now that I'm teaching them, and hopefully they're just getting settled and getting things going because we're just chatting. So this is going to, yeah. Nikki says you want to get a head start. Can you see the chat from over there?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. Well, I didn't know if you want to bring it up on your phone or not.
I do because I have to make sure that I count it as a watcher.
Oh, look at that. She has it on her phone, so she counts as a watcher. All right, so the squirrel. Oh, yes. So I will be focusing more than normal. If you're new to my stream, this is not a normal stream. This is just a quilt-along stream, meaning we need to get something finished by the end of the stream. If you are sewing along with us, if this is your first time, feel free to pause, rewind, do all the things. But remember, if you're watching us live, if you pause or rewind, when you ask questions in chat, it won't be a live reaction. So feel free to then go back and rewatch this video here on Twitch or rewatch it on YouTube, completely up to you. Okay. Any questions before we get go? Oh, and then Bunny Hutch, the next stream, so the next 2 streams. Stream on Thursday night will be the unboxing stream, where I'm going to open all sorts of boxes that are sitting at my parents' house. Just wait till you see some of these things. And then we're going to be doing a Gen Con recap. So if anyone comes in with questions about Gen Con, please, Nikki, direct them to Thursday stream, please. And then Sunday, speaking of Bunny Hutch, Sunday is going to be the bling stream. I'm going to be finishing up my Bunny Hutch costume, and then we're going to be adding some bling to it. And then we're also going to be blinging out my brand new Twitch t-shirts that are in one of the packages that I'm opening up on Thursday. So if you want to bling with us, blinging is on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. to noon. Yes, I am still crazy, and I'm doing a 9 a.m. stream while I'm here in Maryland. All right. Any questions before we get going on general things, stuff, all the things, all the stuff? Can you, yes, Thank you. Exclamation bling. Yes, exclamation bling. So I do have my portable mic, courtesy of C# Fritz, I'm wearing today. If you hear Rosalind in the background asking questions, and if you want to hear what it was, let me know and I will repeat. But I will assume that you hear the things, or it's just like, yeah, whatever, same question. Yeah. All right, so no questions. All right, let's get going. All right. I have my directions up on my iPad today. I decided not to print them out, so I've got those. This is block number 8, Plumber Hero. So first thing we need to do, if this block is being made as part of the Retro Gaming Revival Quilt, use the following strips from previous blocks. I'm getting my coins block. Okay, that is my Puzzle Tetroids, I do not need that. This is my Metroid, I do not need that. Here's my coins. Do I need Bubbles or no?
Thank you for subscribing to
Yes.
Quiltoni. Grab your needles
Marin,
and head down
thank
to the
you so
sweatshop.
much.
I mean, factory.
Mega Android I need. What?
For Marin, that's our second baby.
Oh, we got 18 months. It is. It's the second baby. Rosalind pointed out it's 18 months. Thank you so much, Marin. I super appreciate you. Thank you for having a second child with me. All right, what's our second baby called? Oh, it's loud? Okay, I will lower that down. Thank you very much for letting me know. Okay, I lowered it down. I put it as a third of the volume of what it was. So let me know if I need to pop it up there, please, Nikki. All right, Marin, what's our baby's name, our second baby, since we've been together for 18 months? All right, so I've got these. So I need coins block. I need the black strip. So I've got the black strip from the coins block. Now I can't write my directions. I'm not going to cut right onto my pattern because I'm doing it from here. Mega Android. I need the tan. So tan. Thank you very much for picking up that block. I appreciate you. So how is the cha-ching? Was it too loud, too quiet? Is it good? And then dark gold from Dark Mage. All right, now this block and next week's block are the two. Thank you very much for putting up that for purchasing that block. Herbert as a child. I like that. I like that. I think a little quiet. Okay, I'll pop it up just a bit. Wait, is that your name? Is your dad's name?
It's my grandfather's name.
So that's Rosalind's grandfather's name is Herbert. Oh my God, that's funny. That is really funny. Okay, and I said dark gold strip. Dark gold strip. Got it. All right, so we have all of our 2.5-inch strips from previous blocks. So as I was saying, this week's block and next week's block are the hardest of all of the blocks. The reason being, you have additional pieces that only appear in these blocks that do not appear anywhere else that cause a little bit of an issue. So you'll see as we get there. Okay, so next part. If the block's being made as part of the Retro Gaming Quilt Along, use the following combined strips. We haven't done this before. Pull combined strips from previous blocks. Okay, and do not cut 1.5-inch strips of tan, black, blue, gold, and dark gold. Okay, we're going to remember this, right? Right. Okay, we need Mega Android and Dark Mage. So from Dark Mage, we need the blue gold combo. Did you have any, whenever you cut your pieces, did you have any problems finding these? So pretty straightforward, easy to follow for the combined?
What I did is, once I was done with the combines, I put them all in a pile.
Yeah.
And then when I needed a new combine, and like, I haven't been able to start until this weekend. So I actually cut all of my fabric blocks 1 through 8. On my
Nice.
and then spent Sunday sewing all my strips. And then spent yesterday
If putting them all together. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, so I've got that. Now I need the Mega Android. So we need the black tan from the Mega Android. The black tan combined. So remember, don't forget to pull out your little tiny single pieces as well. as the rest of the strips. So black tan along with that little piece. Okay, we've got that. All right, so we pulled everything. Now, I'm going to take this and put this right here. Let's pull our fabrics. So we need tan. I believe this is my tan. Yes. Tan, brown. Nope. That is my brown. Gold. Nope, that's my yellow. Okay, here's my gold and my dark gold. Gold, so I need blue and black. I believe this is my blue, yes. Blue and black. Chat's nice and quiet, everyone's pulling all their stuff. And red. Okay, and red. Great. And I already pulled dark gold. Okay, we've got this. Set that aside. Perfect. All right, so now let's cut our pieces. And yes, I have to walk all the way over here to change scenes because, yes, because things, because reasons. All right, so I have my fabrics together. Ipistry, thank you so much for that host. I appreciate it. And Rosalind, thank you for the host. All right, making sure I missed it. I was looking through the list going, okay, did I miss anything else? Okay, so now, here's my pattern. So I'm gonna do tan first. So let's flip this over and let's do tan. Now, the tan, it says don't cut the 2.5 inch strip because I pulled it from a previous block. So I already have that. What about the 1.5 inch strips? Let's take a look at this. Do not cut one addition. Okay, so I need 1.5 inch strip of tan. And that's it. I got everything else cut. So I am back in Maryland. I have my small stripology ruler that I adore and love, and I'm very happy it's back again. All right. So let's line this up. We're going to do that. Yeah, you get to see my Vanna as I walk through. Yes. Is that what it is, Capes? All right, a single 1.5 inch strip. Perfect. And then I can take this, set it aside. I'm going to put my trash pile up there. Next is brown. Now, I did not cut any 2.5 inch strips before. I'll just leave those right there. So I know I need at least one 2.5 inch strip. What about the 1.5? Don't cut tan, black, blue, gold, dark. Nope, I need a 1.5. Great. All right, so this is pretty wrinkled, so I'm just going to do a quick iron on it. Oh, I think my iron went to sleep. Why are you going to sleep? I did not bring my iron with me. So unfortunately, I have to use a regular iron. I'm not used to using Aliso because I don't have my Aliso. Oh, it spilled water everywhere. That's why I don't like regular irons.
Congratulations,
Man.
you have just followed Quiltoni. Your taste must be exquisite.
And hey, IDUP. Hi, Danny. How are you? I got a chance to meet Danny this past weekend. Danny, this is my normal tutorial stream. So I'll be talking about Gen Con and doing all that stuff on Thursday. But thank you very much for popping in for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, so we're doing brown. So we're going to cut the 2.5. So if you want to talk about, I can't switch scenes. Hi. If you want to talk about Gen Con with me, Thursday night from 2 until 2. Oh my gosh, my brain. From 6 to 9. 6 to 9 on Thursday in the evening, we're going to be talking about Gen Con. All right, so I have a 1.5. I need a 2.5. 1, 2.5. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, no, I had a fantastic time, and it was great meeting you. All right, so we've got our browns cut. All right, this is my extra. I'm just going to take that and set that aside. Next is gold. Now, we don't need any 2.5 gold. Let's take a look. Do we have to cut a 1.5? No, because we've already used it from previously. All right, let's take a look at blue. Blue I definitely need. So let's take my gold, and I'm going to set my gold aside because I don't need it. Let's do blue. Blue, 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 blue. Yeah, I know, right, Capes? Like, numbers are hard. They're almost as hard as words because we know how hard words are. Words don't make sense sometimes, and it's hard to find them. I like how Rosalind is over there, like, way ahead, already laying out her pieces and trying the things.
Well, I know the sewing part's going to take me, like,
A long time.
Congratulations, you have just
Yes.
found Tony. Your taste must be
Lady
exquisite.
Nikon, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. You'll get to see my face in a moment after I finish ironing these, or cutting these things. Well, I guess cutting and ironing. Could be both. Could be both. All right, so we need a 2.5. I've got that cut. Now, do I not cut one of the 1.5s? Let's look at the instructions. Yes, it says 1 of the blues, and it says 2, so I'm only going to cut 1. There we go. So we've got that. That's trash. That's off to the side. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. It sounds like I'm like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Black. All right, I've already pulled my 2.5 black from a previous block. And, oh, it says don't cut an additional 1.5 black, so I don't have to cut my black. Look at this. I can set that aside. Next, red. Red. Oops, I don't have one of those, so I need at least a 2.5-inch block of red. Okay. 2.5 of red. 2.5. All right, 2.5 of red, and then 2 1.5s. Now, oh, it says nothing about that before, so we do need to cut 2. So there's 1. Oh, and I'm at the end of my stuff, so I need to pull out my second thing of red, which I haven't used before, which means I need to iron this. I need to iron this. Oh, thank you very much, Lady Nikon. I appreciate that. Today's stream's a little bit different than my normal streams. We are actually doing a full tutorial, step-by-step, for the block of the week, which is our hero Plumber, which of course is inspired by Mario. So it is a step-by-step tutorial stream. If anyone is interested in picking up the block and sewing along with us, you can exclamation quilt along. And the streams normally are on Mondays for this, but I was driving back from Gen Con yesterday, so it's on a Tuesday. And if you're watching me on YouTube right now, you're like, what is she talking about? All right, we've got that. Oh, I keep wanting to leave my iron in the down position because I'm used to my aliso. All right, let's do red. There we are. All right, so I need 1 2.5 and 2 1.5s. Now, if you are sewing along with us, or if you're taking a class right now at a quilt or sewing store and watching me live on your screen, we are going to be taking a short break after we finish laying out all of our pieces and pinning them. So once we finish laying out the pieces and pinning them, at that point we'll take a small little break so we can pee, have a snack, do all those things. All right, I need an extra 1.5. So 1.5. Now, if you haven't seen these streams before, this is a Stripology ruler. There are 2 different ones. This is the Stripology Squared. It is my favorite ruler in the entire world. As you see, it makes cutting strips very easy. All right, so we've got our red, and now dark gold. All right, so dark gold. I have a 2.5 I cut previously. So it says we would like another 2.5. You know what? Let's iron this. I've got some folds in here. Let's do a little ironing. You know, if you are sewing with us live, I will be here at Tomorrow's Treasures for the next 3 weeks. So today, next week, and the week after. So if you would like to come and join Rosalind and I live, it is free. 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 All I ask is that you buy your fabric from them. And then you can come here and do this with us. And of course, we are in Crofton, Maryland right now. After, and then the week of Dragon Con, there is no stream at all. It's the only time we are not doing a quilt-along stream. It's the week of Labor Day. And then the following week, I will be back home in my studio. There we are. Okay, so we've got 1 2.5-inch strip. And how many 1.5s? Okay, our instructions say do not cut one of the 1.5s because I already pulled it, so we only need one. There we are. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we've cut all of our fabric. That's it. That is it. So, that's page 1. Cut all 1.5-inch strips in half. All right, let's do that. These are my lovely Plumber scissors. I love them. They're fantastic. Rosalind, if you would like to borrow these at any point and try them, feel free. All right. So when I cut strips in half, what I mean is that open it up like this, and we're just going to take this right here and cut that in half. So I now have 2 pieces instead of 1. So make sure you are cutting them width-wise. Yeah, cutting it along the width, not the length. Yes. I think those are right words. Yes. Perfect. We've got that. Any questions on cutting or anything else so far? Anyone new to the stream or new to the quilt-alongs? It's interesting. The first 2 weeks, there was nothing but questions. After that, silence. Because everyone's like, it's the same thing. I got this. All right, so we're going to take all of our 1.5-inch strips and set them aside. Okay. Next. Oh, with the 1.5-inch strips. Okay, and here is where it gets a little different. Okay. Oh, capes. Lady Nakon, thank you so much for those bits. I super appreciate it. I do not have those alerts going on at this moment. You will be able to hear those alerts for bits when I am not streaming my quilt along. Okay, so this is what is different. It's a little bit different than the normal one, all right? The normal one, we just keep on going by cutting our 2.5-inch strips. But these are weird, weird blocks with combinations that only appear in this block. So we're going to take our tan, we're going to take one of these 1/2-inch pieces of tan fabric, okay? And we're going to cut a 1.5 by 1.5-inch square. Okay. Because, yes. And we're going to take this tan fabric and I'm going to set it right here so I know that's the piece that I cut. And you'll see why later. All right, and then I'm going to take a brown. There we are. Oh my gosh, capes. Please tell me Gen Con is not going to just be you cracking jokes like that the entire time. I don't know if I could handle both you and Leglish at the same time. Okay, brown. We need to cut another 1.5-inch strip. Okay. And then these I'm going to sew together. So I'm going to pin this just so I know that that is where I want to sew it. Okay. I'm just going to set it aside for now. From the same brown fabric, I need another square. And let me tell you, the math to figure all this part out was a little hard. And I'm going to set that aside so I know that these 2 strips are the ones that I cut separate. Okay, these scraps, set it aside. And then now, blue fabric. Let's take our lovely blue fabric. And I need a 1.5 by 1.5 inch square. Perfect. There we go. And then I'm going to take my blue and set it aside. Because whenever we go to combine our strips together, these ones that have had chunks taken out of them are ones that you will see. All right, and then we're going to sew these two together. There we go. Now I'm setting this aside for right now. I'm actually not going to sew it together because I want to be efficient. So I want to make sure that I sew my strips together, which I will do after cutting my 2.5s. All right, now let's move on to cutting the 2.5s. So set aside the remaining 1.5 inch strips. So with the 2.5 inch strips, we need, oh, look at that. We only need one 2.5 by 1.5, and I've already got one cut, so I can set that aside. Because remember, I like to cut these in groups of 2. 2, because they're super efficient. After I'm done ironing, Rosalind, if you would like to borrow this ironing pad, it is also a cutting mat, if it's easy for you to pin those together. Okay. If the table doesn't give you enough of a grip to pin them together. All right, so gray. We need one 4.5 inch. Now remember, it's folded over for efficiency, and I like to cut it in groups of 2. So we are doing a 4.5. So I've actually just cut 2. And we need 3 2.5. So I'm going to cut 2 sets. So 1, 2.5, and then 2.5. Okay. I can take this, I can set it aside. Where am I going to set it aside? Let's set it aside up here. Right there. Now, I only need 1 of these, so I'm going to take 1 away. And I need 3 of these, so I'll take 1 away and put it with the piece right there. All right, we've got those. Here's my pieces. I'm going to set it aside over here, just so it's out of my way. Next is brown. Brown is in this pile. All right, now when I iron it, I keep it folded over, and then I do my ironing. There we are, perfect. And brown, I need 2 and 2. That is pretty darn easy. Now don't forget, whenever you're cutting pieces like this, you want to cut off the salvage. So don't just start cutting and include that salvage in your stuff. Cut it off. So 2.5 and 4, so that's 2 of each. I can take this, fold it over, set it aside. I was just making sure there were 2 of each there. Okay, next is blue. Blue, blue, blue. So the cutting part of this is actually not going to take us as long as some of the others, because we are using a lot of pieces from previous blocks. It's just the weird confusionness of, wait, I'm using some of the 1.5s to cut pieces? Just wait, next week's a little bit even more confusing. Because you're doing that, but it's also saying,
Thank you for subscribing to Quiltony. Grab your
hey,
user
Scott!
and sweatshop.
All right, I need 1 4.5, so I'm going to cut 2. Thank you so much for that resub, Scott, for that 12 months. I super appreciate it. And Scott, that's what I'm talking about. You see how it automatically gave you your pixels? That's why you've got to do it whenever I'm live. All right, and then 1 2.5. I've got that. And then 5 1.5s. So there's 2, 4, 6. Perfect. So I can set that aside. Now let's take off my odd ones. I only need 1 of those, so I'm going to take 1 away. Hello, kitties and Jan Bear. How are you today? I need 2 of these, so that's fine. I need 5 of these, so I'm going to take 1 away. So Rosalind, when you were cutting your pieces, were you cutting them in groups of 2 like this?
Yes.
Okay. It's a lot easier, isn't it?
It is.
And it's faster. I like it. All right, black. Oh, look at this. I need a single 2.5 by 1.5, and I've got one cut already. So I'm done with black. All right, next is red. Let's iron the red. Fantastic, Scott. If you and Laura are free, Thursday evening is when I'm going to be talking about Gen Con, if you guys are around. And if you want to contribute to the conversation. And Danny, I'll just call you Danny. Danny, if you're still around, Vampire is the tall blonde gentleman you met at the meetup. All right, 4 2.5s, 4 5, and then I got 4 1.5s. There. Fantastic. All right, and there's our extra. I'm going to fold that in half to make extra room. And this is all even, right? Fantastic. All right, 4 and 4. Move that. Now let's do gold. All right, for the gold, I am going to cut them in groups of 4 because I have 2 strips. So let's iron this strip. So for the first one, you notice it says it wants 6 4.5s. So I will cut one group of 4, and then I will move on to the next part, and then go back to cut the group of 2. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm laying one strip right on top of the other strip. So this is what's called stacking, where you can actually stack up your strips and cut through multiple layers. So every time I make a cut, I'm actually cutting 4. All right, so there's 4 4.5s. Now we need 12 2s. So 1 2.5, 4, 1 2.5, 8, 2.5, 12. Okay, now I'm not done with this because I still need 2 more, but I'm done with these. So I'm actually going to separate them out. And then I need 12 1.5s. So 4, 8, 12. Okay, 4, 8, 12. And this should be enough of a 4.5. Oh no! I did measuring. I measured wrong. I measured wrong. Look. The extra half I need is in this one. I measured wrong. Socken, thank you so much for those bits. I super appreciate you. All right. So what do you do when you measure wrong? Cut another strip. You cut another strip. And this is why whenever I buy fabric, whenever it tells me that I need a half a yard, I buy 3/4. If it tells me I need a quarter, I buy a half. Because I always cut my stuff wrong. Nope, you're perfectly fine. You can run your machine in my background. I do not mind. That is why I have a mic, a mic here. A lapel mic. All right. So this. Oh, no, I didn't have to do that. No, I did. Never mind. I got confused. Easy. It's okay, Capes. It's not a big deal. I'll just cut another strip. I should have, as I got close to those 1.5-inch strips, stopped and cut the 2 4.5s first before I did anything else, and then gone back through and cut the 1.5s. So that's what I should have done, and that's what I did the first time, or else I would have made a notation. I was just moving too quickly. All right, 4.5. Yeah, don't worry about noise. You're good. All right, we've got that. Okay, so then those are extra now. All right, we have all of our pieces cut. So let's move them all up here for now. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Using the 1.5 inch strips, so the right sides together for each combinations. Okay, now, this is a little tricky, okay? And I'm going to switch scenes for that one. So this one's a little tricky because what I'm going to be doing is checking on previous combinations as I start to do those, okay? So here are all of these. Here's all of my strips, and here's my previous combinations, okay? Aw, that's true, Shalette. You know me. I always say everyone makes mistakes. I don't care who you are. Everyone makes mistakes. So I was just moving a little bit too fast, and it's perfectly okay when it happens. Okay, so. Oh, wait, did you play Bobbin Chicken and win?
I did.
Nice. Rosalind just played Bobbin Chicken and won, everyone. We should give her some hype in chat, just because that's amazing. Because playing Bobbin Chicken is horrible. Okay, so black to tan. Oops, look, I have my black to my tan, so I don't need to do that one. Tan to red, I do not have. So let's go a tan to a red. I'm going to fold this in half to make it easier. So tan to a red. You see everyone's giving you some hype, and they're like, woo! Tan to red. Remaining tan strip. Remember what I said. We set aside some of those pieces that we cut. So remaining tan strip, it's going to be this one right here. And trust me, you can't reverse them. So remaining tan strip to a dark gold strip. Perfect. Brown to dark gold. So brown to dark gold. Beautiful. Gold to blue. Oops, look, we already have our gold to blue. We don't need to do that one. Put that right there. Gold to blue, or was I blue to red? We do need that. So blue to red. Okay, we got blue to red. Blue to dark gold. Oh, we've already got that. Blue to dark gold. Red to dark gold. Thank you for picking up that pattern. I appreciate it. Hey, Graybeard Gaming, how are you today? Uh-oh. I don't have another dark gold strip. Did I forget to cut one? What'd I do? Okay. Dark gold. 2 strips. Okay. Oh. Oh. Hey guys. Guys. I didn't read my own directions. Scroll to the top. Before step number 1. I needed to pull the half. That's why I ran out of dark gold fabric. I wasn't supposed to pull it. I was supposed to cut 2 strips and pull the half, 1.5 inch strip, not the 2.5 inch strip, because I need the 1.5 inch strip for this one. That's why I ran. Okay, I did not make a mistake. Well, I did. But earlier. I made the mistake earlier, not, okay. Okay, I'm not losing my sanity. I am okay. I'm just, yes. Hi. So Graybeard, this is the structure quilt along that I was talking about, where it's not like my normal streams where we're doing a block complete start to finish with full tutorials. Okay, so let's do that. So it was from the Dark Mage block previously. Let's pull this out. Dark Mage, I've got this. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rest of this dark gold that the 2.5, I'm gonna put back in here. I'm gonna pull the 1.5 that I'm gonna use for this step. Perfect. Perfect. I feel so much better that I did not make a cutting mistake. I made a reading mistake because we all know words are hard. And yes, all right, scroll back down. Okay, so red to dark gold. So I have a red strip and a dark gold strip. Oh, there we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Graybeard. As you know, remember we talked about it, I do have a PG stream, so kids are welcome. All right. If she would like to participate, exclamation quilt along for information on what we're doing. And and anyone can do my patterns so they can sew a straight line. All right, so we've got dark gold to red. And of course, this will be up on YouTube tomorrow, so if you want to rewind it and watch it from the beginning, you're more than welcome. All right, red to the remaining brown strip. So remember this little brown strip we have over here? We have our red to our remaining brown. So let's fold our remaining brown and fold our red. So the only one you should have left is a single blue strip, single 1.5 inch blue strip, which I'm going to set aside right now. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Scott. Thursday's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's do some sewing, people. Let's do some sewing. Oh, I can take these and set these aside. I can do that. Thank you for being here, Scott. All right, let's do this. So first, remember these little blocks that I put together earlier? I'm going to sew those first. And then this one. Perfect. Now, what I am doing is called chain sewing. Chain sewing means you have something in your machine at all times. So when you have something in your machine at all times, it does a few things. It makes sure that your seams are locked. So that means the very beginning of your sewing, the seams are together. You don't have a gap right there that's coming loose. It also is efficient with time and with thread. Thank you very much, Nikki. I appreciate it. I got a lot of Nikki hugs at Gen Con. I'll talk about that on Thursday. And then all I'm doing whenever I'm sewing these, so I'm sewing some strips. So whenever you're sewing anything together, you want to sew right side to right side. So remember the very beginning of these instructions. If you've never sewn before, it explains to you some basic terminology. This is the right side of fabric. This is the wrong side of fabric. You can even see in this camera from that distance, the right side has got a whole bunch of nice coloring on there. The wrong side doesn't. You don't want to be using the wrong side. So what you want to do is right side together, and then sew. And now I'm sewing these with a 1/4 inch seam. Technically, I'm sorry, I'm sewing it with a scant 1/4 inch. So we can go ahead and talk about that now too. A scant 1/4 inch is when you're just sewing it just shy of a 1/4 inch. So in this case, you can't see it with this camera, but if you look at last week's, it's now up on YouTube. You can take a look at my close-up camera. Hey, Fairy Tale Fanfic, how are you today? That's Road Kitten. Awesome. So that is Fairy Tale Fanfic. Awesome. I had a fantastic time meeting your dad, Road Kitten. He is a pretty cool guy. We're going to be talking about Thursday evening. I have an unboxing, so I have all sorts of fabric and material and all sorts of things that appeared at my Maryland address while I have been gone. So we're going to be opening all those boxes Thursday night. We're going to be talking about Gen Con. It's going to be a lot of fun. So a scant 1/4 inch. If you look at the past streams, you can see that this foot that I'm using is a 1/4 inch piecing foot with guide. So what that means is it has a piece of metal on the right-hand side that if I touch that piece of metal, I am sewing a perfect 1/4 inch. All right, if I am just to the left of that piece of metal, I'm not quite touching it, I am sewing a scant 1/4 inch. And that's what we want to do. We want to sew a scant 1/4 inch. Because if you think about the logic of sewing, what you're doing is you're adding a thing of thread right here that is sewing these together, right? So you're putting a piece of thread on top of 2 pieces of fabric and then ironing. When you iron it, that piece of thread you're putting in there actually has a little bit of mass to it. So whenever you have that and then you iron it, if you sew a perfect 1/4 inch,
You have just followed Quiltoni.
your taste.
Must be
You're gonna make me get up and walk all the way over there to see who followed me, aren't you? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's Road Kitten. Thank you. Thank you very much, Fairy Tale Fanfic. I super appreciate that. Oh, I like that. Be sure to follow her. Hit the heart. Thank you for that follow. And Road Kitten, what that does is if you're ever on Twitch, if I'm live, if you look to the left, my name will appear on your left-hand side because you just followed me. So thank you very much for that. Okay. And if you notice, anyone that's new to my stream, you see these things up here? I have giveaways every single stream. This is the only stream that I'm not actively doing those giveaways. Instead, anytime any of that stuff triggers, I will then add 1 to the giveaways, and I'm going to be doing them on Thursday. So far, we have 3 giveaways from last week that are being carried over. Any giveaways we have for today will also be carried over. So in addition to unboxing and Gen Con, Thursday is going to be a giveaway stream. We're going to be having lots of fun doing all that. All right, so back to the 1/4 inch. So we're sewing a scant 1/4 inch, so just shy of a 1/4 inch. And what that does is it takes the thread into account. So we're making sure we have that extra room for that thread as we iron it open and iron it over. Aw, Graybeard, thank you. Will somebody show Fairy Tale Fan the emotes that we have in the channel? So we do have a quilt emote. We have a Marley emote, which is my dog that you'll see on Thursday. I did meet my husband up in Ohio after Gen Con. I gave him the child, and he gave me the dog in return. We did an exchange. So I do have Marley with me, so you'll see Marley on Thursday, and then again Sunday morning. And then, of course, we have I Squirrel a lot. I Squirrel. And then we have Hestia, and then Words Are Hard. Mandy! Mandy, thank you so much for your 8-month resub. I love your face. I appreciate you. You're an amazing person, Mandy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, we're almost done. Well, yeah, because I had the kid by myself for a whole week, and then I got the dog, which is great. No more kid, now I have dog. Although my kid is pretty good. Nikki got to play games with my kid one night. We'll talk about that Thursday. All right, so we're done with our strips. So we're going to take our scrap fabric, because remember, we're chain sewing. Chain sewing is you have something constantly in the machine at all times. So let's chain sew this baby. Before I forget, Nikki, I did post a couple of things in Mod Chat if you have not yet seen it. Okay, yeah, tell me Thursday. I'm doing fantastic, Mandy. Thank you so much for asking. We are doing our quilt along, so we are making our Plumber Hero block. All right, so at this point, we want to separate, and then I'm going to fold these over, and then cut them in half again. So same exact way that we cut them in half before. So we want to separate it, fold it. Now, whenever I'm folding it, let me actually, I'm going to show you on here because it's hard to switch it. So you see how this one right here is my short one. So I have a long piece of the gold and a short piece of the tan. When I'm folding it, I'm going to fold it like this against the tan, just like that, okay? That way I get the most out of my combined strip. Oh, nice. Road Beer, what kind of sewing machine? Or Road Kitten, do you know what kind of sewing machine you have? What brand it is? What kind it is? That is amazing that she's got her own sewing machine. Wait, I gender assumed. I apologize. Even though it's Road Kitten, does not mean It's she. I apologize. What kind of machine do they have? Oh, Stay Hydrated Bot says I need some water. So let's fold this. As soon as I finish cutting these, Rosalind, please don't let me forget. I'm going to run and grab water. Okay. Because Stay Hydrated Bot is life. Same thing with this one. Remember this? Oh, wait, nope, this is good. This is just my cutting things out. There we are. I'm going to cut it right there and there. And then last but not least, I forgot our 2 little pieces here. Let's trim that off. And brown and red. So again, this one. See how my red is longer than my brown? Okay. So do you mind if I say she? So I'm going to fold this right here, just like that. And, oh, it's an old one. And now, so Road Kitten, whenever you pick it up and you do this, is it light or is it heavy? And that's going to tell me a lot about the machine that you have. Because I want to make sure if you have any problems or questions, if you sew along with me, that I can answer them. All right, we have all of our things folded in half. I'm going to run and get my water, because water is life. And Stay Hydrated Bot is also life. If you have not yet had water, have some water. Have you had your water in the past hour? Okay, have some water. Stay Hydrated Bot's telling us to have water. It is, but it's for good reason. So you don't get dehydrated. It's an antique? Okay. So it is it's going to be heavy then. So basically, if it's an antique, it's going to have a metal chassis, just like in cars. Older cars are made of metal parts. Newer cars are made of plastic parts. So just like with cars, it is going to be, oh, it's pretty light. Ooh. Oh, guys. Who wants to take bets on what kind of machine she has? Because it's old, it's an antique, and it's light. If you have a featherweight, a Singer featherweight, those are worth a lot of money. And you have a great thing if it's light to pick up. Ooh. I can't wait to see. Okay, so we'll find out Thursday or Sunday then, when the next time you pop back on. All right, so next, number 5. Take the tan and red strips. Great, let me switch scenes again. I'm going to have to finish this and do it. Capes, capes, capes. What'd you do with them? Oh, it's a Singer? Oh, fairy tale. Do you have a featherweight? See, we're going to find capes. Wait. I don't have a featherweight yet. What'd you do with them? You still have them? You still have them? You got 2 Singer featherweights? Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, next. All right, step number 5. We have our red and our brown strips. Remember, we have cut these in half. So we have our red and our brown strips. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate those just like that, and we're gonna iron them in different directions. Yes, she says it's light. It really isn't heavy, sort of medium. Okay, all right, we'll find out what kind of Singer it is. Next stream you're able to join me. We'll find out what kind of Singer you have. Okay. So, oh, wait, no, not red and brown. Red and tan. Take the red and tan strips. Let me find my red and tan strips. Oh, it is the very first one. I should have just turned them over. Okay, red and tan. Here we go, red and tan. Red and tan. Ooh, we're going to know shortly. I like have all this anticipation. So capes. We'll have a conversation later. About those 2 Singer featherweights, by the way. Okay, so we have a red and tan. We want to iron them in different directions. So what this means is, see, all I did was lay it out. We have our cut part over here. So our cut part's right there. So the red is the same thing. In fact, let me lay that right there so you can see. We're going to iron them both up. So in this case, we're ironing this one. Oh, my iron went to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep, iron. Iron that I don't normally use. You're not my Aliso. And it's spitting water everywhere. All right, so we're going to iron this towards the red. You know what? There's another iron over here that somebody was using. Does it have steam? No, I don't think it has steam. Okay, so I'm not going to use that one. Okay, so this is towards the red. So, oops, I forgot. Let me iron my locking. I should have touched it and made sure it was on. Is the light on? I hate using irons I normally don't use. Anti-drip my foot. It's not on. Okay, I think it just needs warmed up. Whoops. Oops, and now it's leaking everywhere, and I just used my fabric to clean it. I didn't grab the towel. I grabbed fabric. Why are you leaking everywhere? I don't like you. Part of me is like, I just want to go back to my mom's house and get her Aliso and borrow hers, which I may do next week. Well, you're going to need yours too, though. Yeah.
Question on chain stitching.
Yes, chain stitching. Go, while I wait for this to heat up.
How long or how many chains do you want between each
What do you mean?
piece? So like,
How much space?
yeah,
Okay, so how much space between your chains?
yeah.
Okay, so whenever your chain, no, it didn't get unplugged, it went to sleep, but it's waking up again. Yeah, so I know, that's the first thing I check, Nikki. Whenever you're doing chain stitching, I always put about maybe that much space. So you want enough space, so as you're sewing it, I basically just barely free the one and then put the other one in. So you want to have a big enough space to where you can easily cut them, or use your cutting gizmo, your chain separator, which I will show you guys on camera in a second. So you can easily get a pair of scissors in there, or the chain separator. So you don't want them touching. So you do have to have a little bit of space. That's a good question. There we go. Okay. Now it's good. So let's iron. Yeah, it just went to sleep, and there's no lights, so I can't tell when it's back on. All right, so we're ironing this side towards the red. Oh, and for those of you wondering who Graybeard Gaming is, Graybeard is a miniature painter who is actually friends with our good friend Gamer Dad. Okay, so we have we have ironed this towards the red. So I'm going to lay this down, and I have water on my mats. And then now I want to iron this towards the tan. So let's iron and lock it in, and then iron it towards the tan. There we go. Oh, stay there. Don't move. All right. Now, when you're laying these out to cut them, you notice how I laid my red first. I'm going to lay this one on top. So you see I have this one's towards the red. This one on top is down towards the tan. So the seams go in opposite directions. And I'm going to lay it just like that. And I'm going to lock these seams in place. That is what's called nesting the seams. So you see how that seams towards the red, that seams towards the tan. So those are nested lovely in place. So now I can cut them. And according to my directions, I need one set, because just like when we were cutting those solids, we want to cut in sets of 2. And I've already told you the sets to cut. So let's line that up. All right, I need one set of 2.5, and then 2 sets of 1.5. So at the 4 and 5.5. There we go. And I'm going to separate these into 2 separate piles. So this pile, everything's going to go towards the red. This pile, everything's going to go towards the tan. And then I'm going to separate these as well. And stack this up, and then there. You know what I just realized? I sent all my games home with my husband from Gen Con. So I can talk about it, but I can't show you any of the games I picked up. But I will, my first stream back after Labor Day, which will be the Dragon Con wrap-up stream, I'll show you games from Gen Con as well. I'll do that. Okay, next is tan and black. Oh, I've already got that one. I've already got tan and black done. So all I have to do is re-iron this so it's nice and flat. Perfect. And then we're going to lay this out. Now I need 1 set of 2.5. So trim the end, 1 set of 2.5, and 1 set of 1.5. Perfect. And I can set that aside with that little piece that was there as well. And that's going to go in my scrap over there. And then I'm going to separate these into 2 piles and set aside. Next is tan and dark gold, which is right on top here. So tan and dark gold, same thing. I'm going to sew one side towards the gold, one side towards the tan. So I said sew, didn't I? Iron. I need to iron it, not sew it, iron it. So I'm going to iron this towards the gold. Come on. Okay, now why is my Steam not working? It worked a whole bunch before, and now it's not working at all. I so did. Oh, Nikki. Nikki, don't fall into Capes' way of. Oh, Nikki. That's so bad. Okay. This is towards the red. I'm sorry. Now I don't even know colors. Oh my gosh. Dark gold. This is dark gold. It's towards dark gold. Oh, really, Road Dog? Okay, so let's iron that top tan, and then we're going to iron this towards the tan. There we are. Let's make sure that's nice and flat. It is. Perfect. Okay, so let's lay this on top of here. So our top one goes down towards the tan. The bottom one goes up towards that. Okay, Dad, LOL. Yes, 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 Graybeard, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, thanks, Capes. Thanks. Such a bad influence. Okay, so let's cut it. So tan and gold, I need 1 set of 2.5 and 1 set of 1.5. So let's trim up the side, a set of 2.5 and a set of 1.5. Perfect. That's scrap. Let's separate these. All right, any questions on cutting or ironing your combined strips? Because if there's no questions, I am just going to start doing it without explaining it. So, oops. I have to go this way. I have to have my cut area on the left. Trust me, it makes it a lot easier. All right, let's iron. Oh, you're siding with Capes now with all of the puns and the rhinestoning everything. And if you weren't here earlier, Sunday morning stream is going to be a bling stream. We are going to be blinging all the things Sunday morning. I do have a discount with Rhinestone Genie and an affiliate code. So if you want to bling with us on Sunday and want to purchase blingy things, please make sure you use that. All right, and let's iron the tan. And then, oh my gosh, I said tan. This is gold. This is dark gold. Why am I calling dark gold every other color except for what it is? I think I need to turn the AC on a little bit more in here. I think it's hot in here. Maybe that's a problem. No, I got plenty of sleep last night. It's just super hot in here. Because I forgot to turn the AC on when I first got here. And it wasn't until like 10 minutes before we started. I was like, oh, wait, it's 80 degrees in here. I should probably turn it down. There we are. Okay. What?
My machine just nested. I have to
Oh, it made a nest? Yeah.
and now I'm yelling at it.
Yes. Nesting is the worst. For those of you that are new to sewing, nesting is when you make a lovely mess of the thread underneath. It is horrible. Yes, you know what? That's probably what it is. My color wheel is broken in my brain. Okay, so this is dark golden brown. I need 2 sets of 2.5. And then I need 1 set of 1.5. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I did that right, I think. And let's separate it out and set that aside. Next is gold and blue. Oops, I've already done this one. So I have gold and blue already. I need 1 set of 1.5. Done. There we go. And then next is blue-red. Blue-red. See, as you see, there are a lot. Is it 1950s? Yeah, Singer 1950. Okay. So it may not be a featherweight. It's just an older Singer. If it works fine, then that's awesome. So Road Kitten, do you ever have any problems threading your bobbin, doing your side loading bobbin in order to catch the thread? Or that doesn't bother you?
Congratulations, you have just followed Quiltoni. Your taste must be exquisite.
Olive Sundu, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate you. There we go. I'm not getting a lot of steam, so I really have to push this down to make sure I'm getting a nice, crisp seam. There we go. All right, we've got that one, and now towards here. And you're used to it? Okay, good. See, and that's the thing, is that I learned on a drop bobbin, which is what this machine is. So I'm not used to the side loading. So it took me a while, because I finally got a machine that had a side loader. They don't make it in the drop. Oh, it was a professional model. Okay, it's not a featherweight. So if it's a professional Singer, that's awesome. That's a great machine that you have. The older Singers are a lot better than the newer ones. If you have a Singer, the older, the better, as long as it's in good working condition. Graybeard. Graybeard. Really? 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 All right. Are you reading these puns, Rosalind?
Oh no, I'm missing them. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, you don't have to. You can keep sewing. You can keep on going. You're good. I just didn't know if you saw all of the sew puns. All right, red and blue. I need 1 set of 2.5 and 2 sets of 1.5. 1, 2. Fantastic. All right. Let's split this and split that and put that there and that there. Next, blue and dark gold. I've got that already. Fantastic. Do you like that, Graybeard? That is Marley. You will meet Marley on Thursday. So the reason why Marley is dancing is whenever I do giveaways, Marley likes to dance across the screen. In fact, Nikki, can you please put the clip in that Looney put into my Discord? I believe people need to see what Looney Loomworks did on his stream the other day. It is amazing. Okay, so we've got dark gold and blue. I need 2 and 2. If leftover pieces from Dark Mage, yes. So I only need 1 set of 1.5 because I'm going to use this piece. So I need 2 and then 1. And that's it. Okay. And then I can set that aside. And then here's my little piece here. Perfect. I've got that. Next is the gold, the dark gold and red. Oops, I forgot to lock it. Now remember, you want to iron this first, you want to lock this first. It will be better for your seam when you do this. It avoids stretching and warping of your fabric when you actually iron it. Basically just preps it. See, and Marley doesn't play with animals. Marley just wants to dance and love and cuddle. He wanted all the cuddles this morning. He was very happy to see me last night. He cuddled all night long in bed. Okay, there's my red and my dark gold. And then now let's iron towards the gold. There we go. Yeah, my brother has a dog like that will never be without a ball in their mouth. Okay, let's line this up. Great. Okay, so red and dark gold, I need 2 and 2. 2 and 2. So trim off the edge. Always remember to trim the edge off against the 0. That is super, super important. You do not want to have wonky edges. Wonky edges are not a good thing. 2 and 2. Set that aside. And we've got that there. And there. And there. And there. All right, last one. So I was talking to Rosalind earlier before we went to go live, and I was talking about you're going to have a lot of leftover pieces. It's just a fact. This quilt is just by nature has a lot of leftover pieces. So I was thinking in October, after we are completely finished with this, October, maybe even, I may even wait till November for a St. Jude stream. Yeah. And then maybe, maybe donations could determine what type of blocks I turn it into. So that chat determines what I do. So I'm thinking about doing a special stream where I am basically taking all of these scraps from this quilt and turning it into a quilt. So I'm going to have 2 sets of scraps. One from my original that's now hanging here at Tomorrow's Treasures for the next month, and one from this quilt that I'm making right now.
One at your St. Jude stream, you donated books.
Books.
Quilt book set.
Oh, yes.
There's one.
Jan. Yeah, the scrappy. Yes, yeah, it's all about the scrappy stuff. Yes. Yeah, I'll talk. You know what? That's a good idea.
And one other book set. Now that you're talking about it, I'm like,
Well, I want to give away one of those sets of scraps, Nikki. I want to give away a set of scrap from this quilt, but I could definitely talk to Jan about possibly sponsoring another stream and giving away her books on that stream while we work out of her book to make scrappy stuff out of the scraps. Let's see, red and brown. I need one set of 2.5s. There we go. This is extra. If you have ideas of things that you think I can do, pop them in Discord. Hey, Crazy, how are you today? All right, so here's all my pieces. So guys, that's it. Now we're on step number 4. It's time to lay out the pieces. All right, so we're done with this. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to set aside my rotary cutter. And I'm going to take all of this and all of this, set it aside as well so it is out of my way. All right, so let's lay some things out. Perfect. All right, you ready to do this? You ready to lay pieces? First thing I want to do is I want to take all of this, and I want to, there we go, make sure I got all it in there. I'm going to take this and lay it all out to the side. So in fact, let me switch scenes so you can see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So I'm going to be taking this. Let me move this over here. And this is all of my trash I'll put up there. So I'm actually going to be taking these and laying them out. And an easy way to grab it and lay it in place. So I'm going to do the solid ones first, because I just find it's easier. There we go. Okay, and then let's do the pieces. There we are. Because you want to make sure whenever you're laying them out, you're laying them out separately, because the seams are pointing in opposite directions. So this way you can separate the two and do that. I want to just realize it's hard to see what I'm doing. Well, you get a general idea. You see me laying it out. Basically, I have a pile of towards the gold and a separate pile towards the red for the seams. That way it's easy for you to figure out and grab. All right, let's switch back to the mats. All right, oh, you know what I forgot to do? These two single lonely little piece things, I forgot to separate them and iron them. Now, it does not make a difference which way you iron these pieces, but you do need to iron them. So let's do that now. Great. Now, the next part, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to skip ahead and see, are there any horizontal combined pieces? I believe there is at least one. I think I see two. So let's skip ahead and do that. So we're skipping ahead to page number 4. Oh, there are two. All right, so let's sew those first. So we've got this one and this one as bases. Okay, this one I need a red and blue. All right, let's go up to row number 5 and see which way, towards the right. So I need to go towards the blue. So a red and blue towards the blue. All right, and then the brown is a blue and gold. This is row number 8. Needs to go to the left. So I need to go towards the blue. So towards the blue for a blue and dark gold. Okay, all right, and then I'm going to flip this. Let's pin this. Thank you so much, Amber. I appreciate it. So let's put a pin right here. And we're going to take this, flip this, and put a pin right here. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and sew those. Did everyone, whoops, wrong one. Wrong scene. Wrong scene change. All right, did everyone understand those? Understand what I did there? Okay, so, all right. Remember, do as I say, not as I do. Please do not sew over your pins. It is a horrible bad habit. Something that I do. It is not a good habit to have. You can damage your sewing machine when you sew over your pins. There we go. And let's put our scrap back in here. Now remember, at this point, it does not make a difference which way you iron the seams in the horizontal combined pieces. Thank you so much for that, Host Graybeard. I super appreciate it. Enjoy your bonus coins. For anyone that is new to my channel, you can see my 2 reward systems, Coins and Pixels by exclamation coins or exclamation pixels. And yes, I am crazy. I have 2. Oh, you never ever want to sew over your fingers. I think that's a given.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, I have done this before. It hurts. And Reeled, thank you so much for all those gift subs. I super appreciate you. Thank you very much. So Legolas, Crystalbee, Cullen, Flower Falls, and Hyper Zen Girl, welcome back to the sub club. Thank you very much, Anne Reeled. The $10 not to sew. Oh, no, no. Oh, capes. Capes. Don't. Capes. 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 Yes, we're going to do this again. Capes. I don't know if I want that as an incentive. I'm going to have to think long and hard. Capes and Arrows, Rosalind, said it should be a St. Jude incentive. 15 minutes of not sewing over pins. Yes. I don't know if I can do that. Don't know if I can do that. We'll see. We will see. I will think about it. Again, Anne-Real, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all those gift subs. I super appreciate you. We will be doing the giveaway for that on Thursday from 6 to 9. Speaking of which, I do have a package from Anne-Real sitting there to open this upcoming Thursday. So I am looking forward to it. Is it not? My iron's asleep. Iron. What are you doing? Why are you asleep? And it's got no lights on it, so I can't tell if it's sleeping. 15 minutes of strips? Yes. No, I would totally do that. All right, while we're waiting for my iron to heat up, let's go ahead and start laying these out. So, starting with row number, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go bottom, top. I'm going to go row number 9 first. So, row number 9. So, I'm actually going to move my thing up so that's all I see is row number 9 to make it easy on me. All right, so row 9. Now, when I lay my pieces out, I am going to lay them out in groups of 2 because it is going to allow me to pin it a lot faster because I'm going to pin these together in groups of 2. So I may as well just lay them out together just like that so I know which ones I'm pinning together. Now, these 2 pieces are the very first horizontal ones. That means I alternated my seams on this. So this first one, the seams are going down towards the gold. And this one, they're going up towards the blue. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to nest those seams so that I get a perfect point every single time. Good morning, Azules. How are you today? Same thing with these brown and golds. I have that one towards the brown, that one towards the gold. And then that one. Yeah, I should have gone back to my parents' house and borrowed my mother's iron. I will not be making that mistake next week. I'm supposed to be getting a mini Oliso, but it has not yet come. I did not see a package from them yet. Why? It's still on. See, I don't understand when it goes to sleep and when it doesn't. Fantastic. Okay, there we go. Now it's heating up. All right. I will have to make sure right before my next bout of ironing, I'm going to make sure that's on. Okay, where was I? I was here to there. Okay, now I have a lonely little piece over here. That's perfectly fine. You can leave that lonely little piece there. All right, row number 9. My arrows point to the right. So arrows go to the right. So Rosalind, what does that mean? If my arrows go to the right?
You're gonna, seams are going that way.
Yes, seams are going that way. So what am I doing?
Right over left.
Right over left. Okay, so I'm taking this right piece here, flipping it up over that left piece, and then pinning it into place. Perfect. Perfect. You like how I put her on the spot because she's here? So if our arrow goes to the right, we want to take that right piece, flip it over that left piece, turn it, pin it into place. Now, I always pin that center part first, because when you pin the center part first, you know your seams are nested, and you know you're going to get that perfect point every time. So right over left, pin it into place. Wait. Next row is going to be to the left? Shh, Nikki, don't give away the future. Yes, go left is what we're going to do next, Graybeard. So in this case, because my arrow goes to the right, I'm going right over left. And that is row number 9. Now, normally whenever I'm doing this at home, I go bottom up. I go backwards. I don't start with row number 1. I always start with row number 10, row number 9. Battery's dying. No. My battery's dying. No. Oh, crap. Crap. I need two double A's.
I don't have any. You want me to run downstairs to the store?
2 double. Well, I'm looking around. Is there anything with electrics in here that I can replace tomorrow? Because I have a key to this place. I can sneakily run in here. I need 2 double A's. 2 double A's. 2 double A's. Quick, quick. Here. I've got to change scenes. Change scenes. Quick. Double A's. Double A's. Do I have anything in here? Over there?
Yeah.
I wonder if that iron is going to work. Oh, that looks like a nice iron. Look at that.
Nice.
We're going to do that. All right, tell you what. We're going to take our break right now. There's a 7-Eleven next door. I am going to go buy some batteries. So go ahead and you take this, use this as your pee break, stand up, stretch, do your things. I shall return in 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, wait, hold on. Road Dog's got an idea. We got one.
Ooh, clock.
And they said, let there be sound. All right, we got it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hey, it's a good thing because we found another iron. Because this iron's frustrating me. So we found another iron. All right, so I owe Tomorrow's Treasures a battery for their clock. Yay for sound. So I take that back. We're not taking our break right now. I lied. I do that quite often. That's the sound. That's the side door. That means,
It's like the doorbell went off. Who is
yes. Nope, that just means that somebody went out the side. Choo, 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 choo. Let's turn this on. This one has a light. Guys, this one has a light. That just means that someone came and left. So ignore the beep, beep, beep. But now I don't know what time it is, so I can't stream. Graybeard.
It's 2:39.
Graybeard. Come on. I'm going to stream as long as it takes to do this block. We know this. We know this. All right. And I got water in here. I'm happy. I'm good. Okay, let's cut our other piece. I lied. I'm not leaving. All right, we got this. We got this. And for those of you watching on YouTube, yes, this is how I normally am. This is how I normally squirrel. I lose things. I run around. I do all the things. All right. 2.5. 2.5. There we go. Now I got the things. There I got the things. Battery police. Yes, yes. Hey, Zaranya, how are you today? All right, let's move this over here. So now I have pieces. And guys, remember, everyone makes mistakes. I made this pattern. And I still mess it up. It's perfectly okay. It is perfectly okay. All right. So this just means I'm going to have to use the my pad on my machine. Okay. So Zaranya, Thursday, this is the standard Quilt Along stream. Thursday evening is when we're going to be talking about Gen Con. So if you want to talk about Gen Con with us, make sure you're here Thursday night. Okay. We've got this. So I've got that there. Ooh, you got some good steam on yours. Man, that's some nice steam. Got
So
that
it's
one.
either steam on or steam off, so it's not like
All right, let me see if I can re-iron this piece. Oh, I like this iron. That's a good little iron. Looks. Oh, and then I had water all over my hand. Fantastic. Well, apparently the iron doesn't like me, or it was giving me a kiss. It was giving me a wet, sloppy kiss. Yep. That's never true, Graybeard. As people and humans, we always make mistakes. All right, we have a lonely little piece. Oh, I forgot to address the lonely little piece over here. So whenever you have a lonely little piece, I gotta change the. Here, do you want to come? Do you want to come be on camera, Kate?
Am I here?
Here, you want to come be on camera?
No,
You want to come? You want to come show them what you brought me?
Oh, a present for
Yeah,
Kate.
that's
You can
yeah,
see it.
yeah. So Kate, who, if you ever go to Tomorrow's Treasures, just ran downstairs and ran up and brought me a whole big thing of batteries.
Let me do the other.
Well, I stole the battery from the clock, and then well, we discovered that there's a battery in the clock, so I stole a battery from the clock, and then, look, they're talking to you. They're talking to you.
Hey,
You sure you don't want to be on camera and say hi to everyone?
Nikki Anna Knits. Hey.
Yeah, yeah. So it's my microphone's right here. So yeah, so it's so I stole the battery from the clock, and then I stole a battery from my mouse.
You are so,
So-
creative. Just leave the thing here and I'll be with
Oh my God, I love you. Thank you, Kate. This is Kate from Tomorrow's Treasures. So everyone, if you come to Tomorrow's Treasures, make sure you walk in.
Hey.
No, on Tuesdays or not?
It comes out at night if you want to see me.
Yes, yes. Oh wait, you're only here Tuesdays? And she's gone. She left. She went to the store. She pulled up. She ran down, jumped in her car, ran someplace because she was in the room behind me, and she heard I needed batteries. Can you believe that? All right. There we go. There we are. There's our clock. We've got it. I know, and she's already gone. Isn't it? I love the people here. So for those of you that have ever been to Tomorrow's Treasures, Kate is the one that taught me how to sew. So Kate is actually the one that taught me how to use my first sewing machine. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do this. All right, so lonely little piece. We have our lonely little piece back here. Our lonely little piece, sorry, I was a little loud. Let me turn this down a bit. This lonely little piece, it's okay to leave alone and to put right here. So with this piece, it's okay not to include it. I know, sorry. Now you know what time it is. This lonely little piece, it's okay to leave it here and not fill it in because we're going to make sure the next pass that we sew through that we do include it. Okay? So in this case, this is row number 8. I can't believe she did that. No, I'm not. All right. So arrows on row number 8 are going to the left. So, Rosalind, what does that mean?
Left over right.
You were ready for that this time. Left over right. So if our arrows are going to the left, we want to go left over right and pin it into place. No, it's okay. Spock, thank you so much for those bits, for that little piece. I super appreciate it. Guys, it's okay. Remember, it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to be alone. It's okay. It's perfectly fine because the next time through, it's not going to be alone. It is going to be included because remember, it's okay to be alone, but you also need to be included sometimes. It means you go southwest. What is that? Wait, what? Capes. All right, left over right and pin it into place. There we go. There we go. All right, lonely little piece. We're just going to put that guy right here. It's okay to be alone. Andrea, thank you so much for those bits. I super appreciate it. It just wants some solo time to decompress. Yes, it attended Gen Con and needs time alone from the crowds. Yes, these pieces right here are not lonely. They need time away from the crowds. That, yes. Okay, perfect. I like that. I like that. All right, row number 7. Row number 7. Now, after we finish laying out our rows and putting them together, pinning them together, we are going to take our 10 to 15 minute break where you guys get to watch some bloopers. Oh, I was like, wait, I don't want another one of those. I want this. Wait, brown. Brown. There we go. That's what I want. Towards the gold. So I need to go towards the blue. And then a blue. I was talking arrows. No, capes and arrows. The person. The person. Yes, exactly. Graybeard said if it went to Gen Con, he understands. He understands. All right, and then I'm like losing my place there. All right, red. Red. There we are now. All right, I'm not going to look at chats until I'm done laying this out because I keep losing my place. There. 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 And I don't want to repeat of last week. Everyone remembers what happened last week, right?
I did not see last week's stream.
You didn't see last week's stream?
It was my last week before I left for my sabbatical, so I was kind of busy.
Yeah. No, last week I flipped the spot. Spock, thank you so much for those bits. I appreciate it. Yes, no, don't squirrel. Don't let me squirrel. We're serious teaching class mode stream today. All right, so row number 7. So I'm not asking Rosalind this time, I'm asking chat. Row number 7, our arrows point to the right. So we're going to the right. So that means what? What am I doing with this piece? If my arrow is going to the right, am I picking up that right piece? Or am I picking up the left piece? Do, 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 do. Right or left? My arrows are to the right. Anyone? Anyone, anyone? Anyone, anyone? Am I picking up the right piece or the left piece? Now they're trying to get me to squirrel, and they're talking about all sorts of things. To the right means right over left. Thank you, Nikki. 2. So we're taking this right piece, flipping it over the left piece, and pinning it into place. Do, 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 do. All right. Right over left, pinning it into place. Making sure that our seams are nested together. I can't think of a song that has together in it.
Isn't there a song called Together? And I don't, for the life, I can't think of any lyrics.
I don't know. Is there a song called Together?
We go together like
Oh, yes, that's right. It's from Grease. The Grease Together song thing. Hey, Graybeard, thank you so much for all those bits. I appreciate it. You know what I should do? During the break, I'm going to turn that sound back on because Marley is not here. Marley is not here for the stream. It doesn't matter if we hear it. It does not matter. No, in the case, so fairy tale, if our arrow goes to the right for my patterns, that means we pick up that right piece, we flip it over the left piece, and then we pin that into place. That's what that means. I'm going to turn the sound back on for bits. Because. So right over left, come together. Yeah. I can't sing. And this is why I don't do Twitch Sings. And the only way to get me to do a Twitch Sings is if you reach a certain amount of money for Twitch during St. Jude streaming. So come together as a song with together. Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you very much, Graybeard. I super appreciate that. That means we're going to have an extra giveaway on Thursday's stream if we go over that mark. And I'm sure, did Nikki already do it? Yep, Nikki already did it. Nikki actually changed that so that if we hit the next mark, then we do it. All right, so next. This is row number 6 is next. All right, row number 6. Do, do, do. Now I got that song on my head. Thanks, Rosalind.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Oh, that's not it. This is it. There's my skin. There's my Mario skin tone. I've got that. Red and tan. Really, Zarania? Do me a favor. Find out who's the manufacturer, please. Who made the St. Jude fabric. Thank you so much for picking up the pattern for this. I appreciate you. And for those of you new to my stream, every time you hear that cha-ching, that means that I have made a sale on my store. More than likely during this stream, it is for this block. Okay, and then we have red and blue. Our arrow goes to the left. So with this red and blue piece, we have to go towards the red. Towards the red. And red. And blue and gold towards the blue. And then a long piece. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. Great. All right, so our arrow goes towards the left. Okay, so this is row number 6. The arrow points to the left. If the arrow is going to the left, thank you very much, Bach. Which piece am I picking up? Am I picking up my left piece or am I picking up my right piece? So arrow to the left means what? Together forever? Oh, is that what it is? Oh, and Spock, I just saw the 1,000-bit throw. Thank you very much, Spock. I super appreciate you. I should go upside down. I don't know if I can. Do the heart. Do the heart. Thank you very much. I super appreciate you, Spock. Thursday stream is 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern. 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern, so in the evening. So Thursdays are always evening streams. Thank you very much. I super appreciate you, Spock. Anyone? Am I going, oh, right piece? Nope, nope. Remember, the arrow points to the left. So if the arrow's going left, I pick up my left piece and I flip it over the right. So whichever way the arrow is going, that's the one that I pick up. So in this case, arrow goes to the left, so I pick up the left piece. Left over right. And pin it into place. Now, if you have fairy tale, if you go to my website, if you do exclamation quilts, go to my website. If you sign up for my newsletter, which I really have only put like 2 out in the past 6 months, but if you sign up so that if I do have news and I send it out, you can get something, you can get a free heart pattern in my design. And if you have that free heart pattern, then you can see what I mean by my arrows in my patterns, because it's a free one. There we go. There we go. Yes, Thursday's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have lots of giveaways, lots of opening things, showing fabrics. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun on Thursday. And then, of course, all the giveaways. Tons and tons of giveaways. Okay, row number 5. Let's lay row number 5 out. Graybeard Gaming, did you see what he just said? He says, make sure all your homework is done and chores and you can watch on Thursday nights. Yes, so normally we have Monday and Friday days during the day, which is when quilt stores tend to have me on live. And of course, right now we're teaching the class. We did not do Monday this week because I was driving back from Gen Con. And then Thursdays are always evenings. And Sundays are always early morning. Sunday is 9 a.m. to noon. Now, the only time we make exceptions to that is whenever I'm at conventions. So if I'm at conventions, it will change, or if I'm on the road, sometimes it will change. Nice, Graybeard. Oh, so Graybeard apparently streams Thursday night, but his daughter's going to be watching me. Yes, I like that choice. Thank you. Yes. Okay, and then red. I've got that. And then red and gold is going to go there. Gold is going to go here. And then gold there. Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I missed a piece. Yep, I missed a piece. Okay, there, 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 there. And this is why I count. There, there, blue. Oh, I see where I missed a piece. I see where I missed a piece. Who is that? Spock. Spock! Thank you so much for gifting that sub to Graybeard Gaming. I super appreciate you. Graybeard Gaming, welcome to the sub club. You not just only have the emotes, but you also have your very first 10 pixels. Exclamation pixels to see how you can spend them. If at any point anyone wants to see their pixel count, exclamation my pixels. And Graybeard, that is one of the bots I was talking to you about, is the pixel bot that was built for me custom. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, I missed this. So this is going towards there, so we need to go up towards the tan. I missed this piece right here. That would have been bad, and it would have been a repeat of last week. So yes, last week I flipped some pieces. I missed a piece, and I flipped some pieces. I did all sorts of things last week. Okay, ready? To the right, to the right. We're going to the right, to the right. So our arrow is pointing to the right. If our arrow is pointing towards the right, what does that mean? Am I picking up the right piece, or if I'm picking up the left piece? So which piece am I picking up if our arrow is going to the right? Yes, and guys, that goof counter is how many times I have actually messed up live here on Twitch in the past 2 years. 50 times. That's a lot of mess ups. Oh, you're figuring out which way to lay it out?
And I just realized I haven't ironed this piece first.
Yes, iron your pieces before you do it. Rosalind is left. Okay, go left. Yes, we are going to the right. I said we're going to the right. This is row number 5, to the right. Yes, we're picking up the, nice fairy tale. We're picking up that right piece. If our arrows go to the right, we pick up our right piece and flip it over the left. Yes, poor Bob. I actually talk about that quite often. I talked about that this past weekend. I was teaching some English paper piecing classes at Gen Con, and I talked about how poor Bob was sewn upside down. You will be able to see it yourself pretty shortly as soon as I finish these last 5 rows. I'm going to be showing you some bloopers, and you'll see Bob upside down. Hi, Amacella. How are you today? We are doing our weekly official quilt along. So I'm not going to be talking about Gen Con yet. I'm referring to it a couple of times. But we're going to be doing our big Gen Con recap stream Thursday evening. So Thursday evening from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be talking all about Gen Con. If you are here, please pop in and we will talk all about, oh, the Pokeball girl. Yes, yes, I know who you are. I know who you are. Very nice gray beard. That is cool. All right, so we've got there. So we're going right to left, because our arrow is pointing to the right. So right over left and pinning it into place. And then we'll be moving on to row number 4. So any questions on anything we've done so far? So any questions on any of the steps? And we have another little piece that's gone to Gen Con and wants to be by itself, which is perfectly fine. We'll include it the next time. All right. Row number 4. So no one has any questions on anything we've done so far? Laying pieces out, pinning them, cutting them. Let's see, we've got that. And then, oh, I'm starting to run out of pieces. That means I am starting to see the end of the lights. And that, and that. You know what, I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to do this one, that one. And then this one. And then that one, and then that one. Okay, all right, arrow's going to the left. So if my arrow is going to the left in row number 4, am I picking up my left piece or am I picking up my right piece? So row number 4. So are you sewing the whole?
Like half. So I'm doing half strips and then I'll, because I don't have enough strips.
Well, yeah, no, and that makes sense. Left piece, yes. Yes, Mistress Darna and Amacella. We are taking the left piece over the right and pinning that into place. Perfect. You guys are awesome. You guys are, now look at you, you're on the ball. That is fantastic. And for those of you that are new to my quilt along streams, we do have people that are sewing along with us right now, including Rosalind here in the store with me. And we also have some quilting classes from around the world. So there are some participating quilt stores that you can do this. Hello, Miss Vicki. So we have participating quilt stores that are actually teaching these classes as well. So if you would like to go back, if you're like, hey, what was that thing that Tony said? You can go back and rewatch this video, or you can go back and watch YouTube tomorrow. Vicki, would you like to say hi? Oh, she walked out. Never mind. She probably didn't hear me. Left over right. Now slide. Yes, slide to the left, slide to the right. So the lady who owns the quilt store here at Tomorrow's Treasures popped in, and now she's popping in the other side. All right, so we've got left over right, casually eating salad. Yes, yes, I like that very much. So yes, you can actually watch the videos of this. If you're like, wait, what was that? What was Tony doing? What are we doing? You can watch it on YouTube starting tomorrow. I'll have it uploaded to YouTube, as well as, of course, here on Twitch. You can go back and rewatch it. All right. I like that. Hi, Vicky. Bye, Vicky. Yes. All right, row number 3. Row number 3. We've got that one and this one. Let's lay these all out. All right, while I'm laying this out, row number 3 is to the right. My arrow is pointing towards the right. So what does that mean? Which piece am I picking up? Am I picking up my left piece or am I picking up my right piece? Whoops. Yes, that's right. That is correct. And gold and red and gold. Perfect. Okay, so to the right. So am I picking up the right piece or am I picking up the left piece? My arrows are going that way. To the right. To the right. Man, I even gave you guys, I must have a lot of lag. I even gave you a lot of time to think about that too. I'm probably going to have to give them even more time. I think everyone's got some good lag built up. Right over left. Thank you, Nikki. Left piece, right piece, top piece. Oh, yeah, okay, Graybeard. All right, so we're taking a right. Yeah, it's not Dr. Seuss. This is quilting. Yeah, we could quilt Dr. Seuss. Now I want to know what that St. Jude fabric was. Because for those of you that were not here for our, oh, you're making them answer and they're napping? Yeah, I know, right? I know. They were on the ball this last time, but that's okay. Because for the St. Jude quilt this year in December, I am going to be making a pixelated St. Jude. Yes, it's going to be cool. It is going to be very, very cool. And if it turns out well, then that's what I'm going to be making every single December for it with different years and things. Okay, so we've got that. I've already gotten permission from St. Jude in order to use their logo just for raising money for St. Jude. I should rhinestone it. I should rhinestone what? The St. Jude quilt? I should bling it out, shouldn't I? Depends how long it takes.
Is it going to be like the all day?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I would do an all-day stream for it. All right. Row number 2. Looney! And here comes Looney Loomworks. Hi, Looney. How are you today? How are you today? All right, for those of you coming in from Looney Loomworks. Oops, nope, wrong one, that one. Hi, I'm Tony. I am a professional video game comic book quilter. I do this for a living. I have my own line of patterns you can find in quilt and sewing stores around the world. In my stream, you get quilting, sewing, giveaways, free things, and animals. Today, we are in the middle of our quilt-along stream. We are working on block number 8, which is our Plumber Hero, of course, inspired by Mario. We are here at Tomorrow's Treasures in Maryland, and Rosalind's here in the studio with us as well. What? They can't see you waving. They can't see you.
That's what I do.
You have to like run around here, and you have to go. If you want to see them raid. So, hi. Thank you very much for joining us. So this stream is a little bit different than our normal streams because we are working on quilts, and I'm laying out our pieces right now for our 9 rows. Once these pieces are laid out and pinned, we are going to take a small break, and then we're actually going to do some sewing. Okay, so we've got that. So, Looney, thank you very much for bringing your friends by. I really appreciate you. All right, red up. So our seams go towards the red. Our seam goes down towards the brown. So this needs to go up towards the red for that one. And then down towards the tan for that one. Up towards the red with the red and gold. And then down towards the tan. Uh-oh. We have a problem. I only have it towards the red. So I need to go here. And I am doing fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, Looney, just wait until Thursday night. Thursday, 6 to 9, we are going to be talking about Gen Con. I have so many things to talk about, but of course I was bad. I took no pictures. So but there is a lot to talk about. All right, in this case, our arrow goes to the left. So we're picking up our left piece over the right and pinning it into place. Tony, confession time, I haven't even emptied up my truck yet. So I actually have my father's car with me today, I borrowed, because my truck is still connected to the trailer because I haven't emptied anything at all. I have not done a thing. I know. I am so bad about pictures. I forgot to take pictures. I am the worst. But I have a lot. You know what? I did take one picture. I took a single selfie with Graybeard Gaming. I did not take any other pictures except for that initial picture of my booth. I know, right, Nikki? I forget. I get so caught up in the moments that I forget to take pictures is my problem. So, but we'll talk all about it on Thursday. We will talk all about everything, and I will try to go through other people's pictures that I know were with me. Okay, last one, row number 1, and then we get our break. All right, so we've got that one, and that, and, oops, come on. Open up, there you are, that, and 1, 2, 3, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. Okay, all right, you're going to have some pieces left over. It is perfectly natural. It's perfectly fine. You should have these pieces left over. Okay, so we're going to take these. We're going to set them aside. I don't need those pieces. I'm going to put them all the way over here with my other pieces. And last one is to the right. So because it's the right, it's right over left and pinning it into place. Fantastic. So yes, so Thursday evening, if you want to hear all about Gen Con, if you want to see all the things that have been mailed to my house, to my mom's house here in Maryland, if you want to see some of the really, really cool things, and most importantly, if you want the giveaways from today's stream, make sure you're here Thursday night, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern time. Oh, look what I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I grouped them wrong. I had one job to lay them out and group them right, and I didn't do it. Man. There we go. Perfect, perfect. To the right. Wonderful. I've got that. I've got that. And there. All right. Whew. Yes. Just for a week, and then I've got 5 more weeks on the road. 5 more weeks on the road. So I've been on the road for 1 week. I got 5 more weeks on the road. It's fine. This is fine. All right. We're going to take a quick break. We've got everything pinned. When we come back, I will be doing some sewing. And I'm going to be moving the mat to the set closer to my machine so it's easier for me to sew. And then we're going to do some ironing, pinning, and assembly. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So don't go anywhere. Enjoy some bloopers. If you need to, stand up, stretch, go to the bathroom, get a snack, do the things. All right, welcome back. I went to the bathroom. I had some iced tea. I had some chips. I love me some chips. Some good plain chips, yeah. And these were Vicky's, which I thought it was funny because Vicky's is who owns Tomorrow's Treasures, and they have Vicky's chips. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep on going. So what I'm going to be doing is, let's take this and move this down. I am not going to need this. I am going to need these right here. All right. So all I am doing is reaching over here, reaching over, grabbing the row number 9. I'm going to be sewing it, separating it, and putting it back. Okay? So we're going to be doing some chain quilting. There we go. All right. Remember, with chain quilting, something constantly in your machine, and I am sewing a scant 1/4 inch. Scant 1/4 inch. That means with my 1/4 inch foot with guide, I am not touching the piece of metal. I am going just to the left of that piece of metal. So we're touching that, we're reaching over, I'm grabbing the next one. There we are. And then I want to sew the first one, separate this. Now, this is my cutting gizmo from Gypsy Quilter. It is a tool to help you separate out your chained pieces. There we go. I've got that. You know what? I should have this right here because I need to then take out my pins. Remember, don't sew over your pins. It is a horrible, bad habit. Are you sewing over your pins over there? Okay, okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay, making sure Rosalind is not sewing over her pins.
That's what my mom taught me when I was sewing. Go back to the seam, so that way I don't piece it together. You always keep your fabric over here on the left versus, unless you.
Are you putting a pin in where the seam is nesting?
Putting a pin in where the seam
And
is
this,
nested, and then
okay,
clipping
everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Are you taking your pin out?
When I'm done, yeah.
So you're sewing over your pin? Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. Oh, Mr. Starna, this is Rosalind. Rosalind is in the room with me. I'm sorry, I didn't see you ask earlier. No, Capes, that is not true. That is absolutely not true. Cape says every time a pin is sewn over, a Singer featherweight is thrown out. And that is not true. Way to make up lies. Way to make up lies. That is not the true. No. So Rosalind did tell me earlier during the break that she will not be able to join me the next 2 weeks. So remember, if you are in the Maryland area, feel free to come and join me and sew with me for these blocks because I am here at Tomorrow's Treasures and they are offering it free. If you want to come and take the class with me and be here with me in the studio while I sew, it is free if you're in the Maryland area. You just need to buy your fabric from Tomorrow's Treasures. Yeah, no. Remember, 8-Ball is being a brat today. That is not true. Not true at all. All right, so I am doing what's called the first pass, where I'm going through all of the rows and sewing them. Now, there's different strategies. Some people just sew all of the first row, so then the next row, and then the next row. Rosalind over there is actually sewing half of it, so she's sewing like 4 strips, and then sewing the rest of it. So it's whatever you are comfortable with whenever you're doing your sewing, that's fine, perfectly fine. I used to sew a single row at a time. Whenever I am home in my studio and I'm doing my larger quilts, I sew 6 rows at a time. So I always sew even rows. If I can't fit 6 rows, I only sew 4 rows. So it just makes it easier for me for whenever I'm combining them together. Oh, that's what it is. 8-Ball needs a hug. 8-Ball definitely needs a hug. Those seams look good, by the way, for ironing it. It is, and you may want to are you ironing it on this side as well?
No,
Yes, both sides.
Okay.
Iron, because that could be the issue of it laying flat, because you want to make sure you lay it. So make sure you iron it on both sides. Yeah, see, look. See how flat that is?
Yes.
Perfect. And see, and you get something that I don't normally do, teaching here as well as through you guys. So one of the things that I was talking to Rosalind about earlier is that her seams weren't perfectly flat. They were great. They was wonderful. She did a wonderful job. Her blocks look so freaking good. But I was like, I need to figure out what you're doing because it needs to lay flatter. And I think we just figured it out.
More steam in both
Yeah, just like that. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. You want to come? You want to come? You want to come show and be like, yee, look. That's your first strip. She's ahead of me. She's ahead of me. She's already, because remember, she cut all of her pieces before coming. Yes.
The thing is, you're probably still going to finish before I do.
I'm very fast. I am very, very fast. Now, the positive is I have the keys to this place. And they open late today. So we don't have to rush out the door, is my point. All right. Oh, everyone's hugged the 8-ball. Hopefully the 8-ball is better now. Because everyone's given the 8-ball hugs. All right, any questions at all about this block, about sewing it, about assembly, anything at all? Everyone's like, yeah, nope. Almost, Nikki, almost. I'm not quite caught up to her yet. She's almost done with her first 4 rows. We'll see. We'll see if I can catch up to her. But it's also, remember, I sew a lot faster. Like I have this on full speed, and I just go. For those of you that wanted to know technical difficulties, internet went down, so I tried playing with it, and we did the good old IT thing, and we turned it off and on again, and it works. Oh, Capes is singing to you. You were singing Rocket Man? Nice. Nice. And the only reason why I knew I was down, it wasn't, so I didn't even see, Nikki, that you Discord messaged me. I saw it because for some reason it disconnected OBS before it disconnected the chatty. So I actually saw the message in chatty that says, "Hey, is anyone else frozen?" I'm like, I looked over, I was like, "It's red! No!" Yeah. But we figured it out. We got it. We got it. Thank you for your help, Rosalind. I appreciate that. All right. I know. I was ignoring you, and you're being awesome, Mod. I know. Man, I am worst strimmer ever. Worst strimmer ever. Ever. All right. So let's go ahead and do this block. Let's finish this up. We've got this. Let's go ahead and do this. And now I'm getting all the messages. There we go. Why isn't Pro Strimmer working? No. It's for a regular command. It's not a GIFBot command. It's a regular command. That's weird. That is so weird. Like, it's like a regular thing. I don't know. I don't know. Stream Elements may be sleeping. Yes. Yeah, there it is. There, now it works. It just doesn't like you, Nikki. I did remember, though. Remember the last time this happened? I forgot to turn off and on the Quiltoni bot. I remembered this time. So if pixels are awarded to people, it will do it automatically. And so if people resub or something happens, I don't have to worry about that. All right. So at this point in the block, I literally stopped sewing until I got that fixed, by the way. I am sewing row number 2. So all I'm doing is actually sewing the rows now. Our next step after we do this, we are going to iron and repin each of the rows for pass number 2. And then we'll sew it and then rinse and repeat and just keep on going. Oh, Nikki, I know I told you earlier that I've been doing mod stuff. There is sign-ups for DragonCon available, if you can do any of those. All right, so we've got this and this. All right, we've got that. Anything else going on? Holy crap, you've got 4 rows done? Man, look at that. Very nicely done.
Oh, they're all flat now.
Is it weird now?
Yes.
See, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Nice and flat and easy to assemble. All right, last row for sewing. I saw the things. I'll check and see. Okay, nice. Thank you. Thank you for the things. I appreciate it. There we go. So whenever you're sewing them on the back like that, is that the way that you were taught?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it doesn't give it a nice flat. I always do it from the front because it gives it a nice flat one. And then I'll go around and I'll look at the back if I need to. Like I showed you that one that the seam flipped up a little. Oh, I think Andriel's not in here anymore, Crystal B. That's why I won't let you tag her. So I think Andriel had to step out. Or she was lurking and lost, and it kicked her out whenever I went offline. So whenever it doesn't let you tag, that's why. Because either they're not here anymore or it's kicked them out for one reason or another. All right, and last but not least, I'm going to use my scrap piece to free the last row. Yes, yeah, but it's probably the internet hiccuping. She probably was a lurker, and because I went off and on again, she hasn't refreshed to see the video, so she is not being counted as a view, so you can't tag her. I know. All right, we've got that and that. All right. Let's shift this over here, and I'm going to move this back over here, and then that. The Mrs. Jonna, thank you. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to turn that on, wasn't I? I was supposed to turn that on. All right, let me do that right now before I forget. All right, Streamlabs, yes. There we are. Log in. And there. And widgets. And alert box. And bit.
This is a test bit alert.
That's not what I wanted. I didn't want to test it. I wanted to enable it and then save. Alert box updated. And then now.
This is a test bit alert.
That's not what happens. That's not what happens when I do it. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Shadow Fairy, thank you so much for the host. I super appreciate it. All right, so now at this point, is this still on? No. All right. Red light. Where's my light? I knew there's a light here before. There was a light somewhere that turned on that I knew it was good. Steam. Lots of steam. Lots of steam. I've got that. I've got that. I'm just trying to make sure I turn this on again. And it's on there. So maybe it's turning on. Oh, I think it's getting warm. Oh, yep, there's my light. All right. So I'm going to take each of these, and I'm going to line them up, and I'm going to iron them that way. So let's do that. Oh, I forgot. I need to lock my seams in. So whenever you do this, so if you iron like this and lock your seams in, and then do that. And then you can definitely get those nice sharp seams. So lock your seams in, and then lock, and then sew from this side. Beautiful. Look at that. Why can't I get, oops. Oh, I just spit water everywhere. Come on, iron, what are you doing to me? That's nice, but I thought you wanted to give me steam. All right, I'm never using an iron that's not mine again. All right, we've got that. Yes, all the steam. Fantastic, okay. And then I'm gonna pick this up here, and we are going to turn it here. All right, row number 9. Row 9, our seams go to the right, okay? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces in row number 9. Now remember what I said. We have a lonely little piece here in row number 9, okay? So we want to make sure we include that piece. So what I'm going to do, because I have an odd number, is I'm going to leave the first set out over here that you can't really see. Trust me, there's a piece right here I'm leaving out. And because I'm leaving that out, I now am even for the rest of these. And row number 9, my seam goes to the right. So I'm going to go right over left and pin that into place. I always pin the center first and then pin the outers. Even if I don't have seams that are going to line up here in the center, if there's a single seam, I'm going to make sure that I pin that because I don't want that seam to flip while I'm sewing it. Yeah, Gen Con attendee needs help. Yes, exactly. So make sure you include. We are obviously having internet issues here. I have refreshed it again. I've turned it off and on again, and it's now working. I am going to quickly go over the remaining steps so that you have them on YouTube and you have them now for your classes. But I'm going to stream as long as we can. If we go to the end, fantastic. If we don't, if it goes down again, that's it for the stream. I'm not going to bring it back up again. So really quickly, let's go back over to the cutting mats. And I will show you here. So what I'm doing is I'm ironing them, laying the pieces out. If you want the specifics, if we don't get through this one, exactly, if you want to see a step by step, all of the other blocks are the same exact way. And then you can do that. The next step is we're going to go through, we're going to sew these here. So we're going to sew the ones that we have then ironed and sewn together and pinned together. We'll re-sew those. And then we're going to sew our strips together. Make sure when you're sewing your strips together, you pin your seams first. So you nest those seams, pin those seams, and then go back and pin the rest of it. And then sew those strips. At the very end, you want to square up your block to 18 by 18. Okay? That's it for what's remaining. There's not a lot to show you. Same exact thing at this point from block to block to block. Okay, so let's keep going until internet goes down again or we finish, whichever comes first. All right, so 1, 2, 3. This is row number 6. Now, as I'm laying out my pieces, I am checking to make sure that I did everything correctly. I didn't flip any pieces. I didn't turn any pieces. Everything is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 pieces here, so there's an odd number. So I'm going to leave the first one alone. So this is row 9, 8, 7, 6. This is row number 6, so it's to the left. So I'm going to skip that first piece and do this. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And this is what happens with streaming, right? You get technical difficulties sometimes where it just will go down. Nothing we can do. Perfectly fine. Oh, Stay Hydrated Bot says we've been live for over 3 hours. Woo! All right, let's lay this out. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, don't forget, whenever you are laying your pieces out, iron those seams flat, and then go back and iron up. Stay Hydrated Bot knows I've been here the entire time. So everyone drink water. That's important. Drink some water. And Nikki knows I've been here. It's funny, I think this is the most interesting Quilts Along stream we have done so far. We've had battery issues, we've had internet issues, all the things. All right, this is row number 5, so this is to the right. Let's lay our pieces out so we can make sure nothing was flipped. Everything looks good. Okay, there, 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 there. Yeah, this is where I messed up before. It was one of these combo pieces last week. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another odd number. So that, I'm going to go, oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hold on. I forgot to restart the bot. Let me do that just in case. Also, the bits of the bit alerts should be working. There we go. Okay, I restarted the bots. Everything looks good. Perfect. Okay, sorry. Want to make sure I did that. All right, so skipping the first one, this is row number 5, so right over left, because the arrow points to the right. Yes, this is a combo piece right here. And that's what I was double checking. Oh, yes. Oh, Nikki has the pattern up, and she's double checking everything because I flipped that piece last week.
Okay, I again flipped 2 pieces on my hunting dog one because they're the same. You know, 'cause
They
they're on the
were.
edge,
They
and
were.
I was just like, oh, I need a blue with a blue and a brown, and brown it up on top. And
Yep.
then the dog's ear looked a little wonky.
Rosalind flipped 2 pieces for her dog block. She was showing it to me. It was funny. But she did. She tore it all apart, and she went back and she fixed it. Blue on right of bottom part. Yes. Yes, the blue was on the right for the bottom part. That was correct.
Hold on to your batting, folks.
Hey,
This is not a drill.
Impistry!
The factory is being raided.
Hello, Impistry. How are you today, hon? For those of you coming in on the raid, hi, I'm Tony. I am a professional video game comic book quilter. I am known as the Pixel Quilter. I do this for a living. I travel around to conventions, quilt stores, and guilds, teaching, lecturing, and selling my wares. I have my own line of patterns you can find in quilt stores around the world. And in the stream, you get quilting, sewing, giveaways, free things, and animals. And Lasik, thank you so much for that host. I appreciate it. And of course, I remember you, Darth. Today, we are doing part of our quilt along. So this is block. Okay, yeah, Nikki, it doesn't like you. It doesn't like you at all. Nope. We are doing our quilt along. So we are doing a block complete start to finish. And we are having some internet issues. So if the internet goes out again, I am just going to call a stream, and we talked about what needs to be done after this point. There you go. Now, the Stream Elements likes you now, Nikki. All right, so this is row number 4. We're going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have an odd number, so we're leaving this top piece and flipping this piece. There we go. Ugh, this one doesn't like me. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? There we are. I had steam off. I couldn't figure out how to turn the steam on. I think I just figured it out. There we are. Now I'm good. All right, let me re-iron this. That's what it was. I just wanted some love. Okay, so that goes that way. And then this goes this way. Hold on. Needs to go to the left. Uh-oh. I may have just ironed this the wrong way. I did. I ironed it the wrong way. Okay, let's iron it the correct way now. I was like, why is this not working? Because I ironed it the wrong way. There we go. See, that was almost I know that was almost a bad thing. I almost flipped a piece because I ironed it the wrong way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We keep the first one. Row number 4 is to the left, so I'm picking up my left pieces over my right pieces and pinning them into place. Okay, I think I've got it. It's been a very all over the wall stream today because issues. Life happens. Remember what I always say. You can make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. It's how you handle those mistakes and how you handle the challenges and issues which defines you and your character. Okay, so we've got that. Let's do this. And I'm trying to move a little bit quicker so the internet doesn't go out again. And we can get this in. There we go. There we go. Rosalind's over there talking to herself, which I super appreciate. You really do. In order to make sure the pieces don't flip, then yes. 1, 2. Oh wait. Oh, wrong way. I have to go backwards. 1, 2. There we go. All right. Row number 3 goes to the right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. I have an even number. All right. So right over left. If there's an even number, you can just start combining them. Don't I always try to hit the life advice every stream, Capes? Right over left. I mean, isn't that something that we do here? I mean, it's supposed to be a fun place to get away from the world and not talk about everything that's happening and to just try to escape. But every now and then, I do want to give us some life advice. Yes, the camera's mirrored. Yes, so you see what I see. It's a mirror, so it's flipped. So you see exactly what I do, and it's mirrored. Yeah, the numbers are backwards, yeah. It is, I mean, I could not mirror it and make it upside down. Is there a better way to do it? Let's see. See, if I flip it vertically, it does that. Oh, there we go, that's what I want. Yes, sorry, that's what I want. Yes. Is that better? That's what I meant to do. There we go. That's what I meant to do. I forgot. I mirrored it, and then I meant to go vertical, and then, yeah. Okay. Okay. So now you can see exactly what I see. When I knew there was a way to do it, where you could see exactly what I do and what I see, so yeah. But so I mirrored it, I just forgot to vertical it. I had to do them both. And then, of course, it's all going to go away because, well, no, I'm not going to change that camera at all. I'll probably leave that camera alone because I'm only going to have the one camera on Thursday. Oh, nope, Sunday I need 2 cameras because I need a close-up camera for blinging. Yep, yep. Oh, wait, no, but I'll have it the same camera. Yeah, so I'll have it behind me. I may have it in front. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, what's a new tag? Family friendly? Yeah. If your streams are family friendly, then yes, no, you definitely want to go family friendly. Because then you know everyone in the family is welcome. Okay, all right, row number 2 to the left. We've got 1, 2. As long as you do not swear and your only innuendo is PG, is Disney style innuendo, then yes, you definitely want to do family friendly. This is row number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to skip that first one, take that second and third, flip it, and pin it into place. All right. And then row number 1. And then we can start sewing. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's iron these seams first. I personally love being a family-friendly stream because it means that the quilt shops that carry my patterns can have me on in their stores. It also means I can do events like this where we can have quilt-alongs and actually be live right now with quilt shops while they teach their classes. There we are. Oh, I got this iron working in great now. All right, row number 1 is to the right. It's all the way up here, so I know you can't see it. I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So I'm going to skip this first one up here, and then it goes to the right, so right over left, and then pinning it into place. Beautiful. All right. I know I'm moving a little bit faster now because I'm trying to beat the internet going out again, but are there any questions or concerns from anyone that's actually doing this? Whether if you are at a quilt shop right now, sewing along with us, or if you are at home doing it. Any questions or concerns? All right, let's do this and move back over here. I'm just gonna reach. I'm not gonna move it this time. All right, this is pass number 2 for sewing. All right, let's trim our fabric. This one's gonna go about half it's gonna take half the time as our first pass did because we have half as many pieces to sew. And because I only have the 2, I'm just going to trim them with my scissors. It's just a little bit faster. Little bit faster. Now for the thing that just popped up there for the donation bar, that's going to be back on Thursday. So Thursday, oops, I just knocked over all my pins. But that's okay. That's why I've got to grab it. And it's metal. It's a magnet. It'll pick them up. There we go. So I will talk about that on Thursday, as well as give you updates on Hestia and other things, along with the Gen Con and unboxing streams. We're going to have fun on Thursday. I'm going to make sure of it. There we are. We've got that. Beautiful. Oh. Maybe I should have moved it over. Because now I'm stretching and I'm like, oh, I can't reach. I can't reach. Rosalind, are you trying to speed up as well?
Maybe a little. I feel like now it's a race.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Marina, hi, how are you today? Did you hear what Rosalind in the background just said? Oh. Yes, like I said, Jose, please wait for Thursday. Today is Quilt Along stream, so only quilting and sewing things preferred. No, you didn't see it? Okay, so I looked over and I saw Rosalind. I'm like, hey, are you speeding up as well? And she said, yes. I feel like it's a race now. So apparently now we are racing to see who can get finished first. There we are. Next one. All right, apparently it's a race. So can we sabotage each other as a sewing race? No?
I feel like chat's already helping me, so I feel like I'm at
because they're trying to make me squirrel.
squirrel, they're asking questions, and you actually have to pay attention because I can just type.
Where you can just go. All right. Now, you notice I am not using my cutting gizmo because I don't have that many pieces. It's actually faster because I'm cutting it away to just go ahead and use my scissors and cut those pieces. No, Talk Like Chickens is a St. Jude reward. For those of you who don't know what Nikki's talking about, one of the things for St. Jude, whenever Fierce Kittens had a sewing race with Talk Custom, one of the things, if you threw money at St. Jude, they had to talk like an animal for a certain period of time. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Starna. I appreciate it. Oh, you want to see the look? Oh, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And then hopefully by Thursday's stream, I will get my Stream Deck working again so that I don't have to get up and walk to the computer to change all the things. There we go. My machine keeps turning. There we are. Do, 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 do. And then tonight, after stream, I get to empty my car and truck and start to prepare for Dragon Con. I'll talk about that Thursday too. All the things Thursday. Thursday is going to be amazing. All right. Last row for sewing. Can you hear that static electricity every time I stand up? I am shocking myself, literally, every time I stand up. What'd you do? What are you exclaiming about over there, Rosalind?
We have black pieces between these two. And I don't know where my black piece is.
Row number 4?
Yes.
Yep. Rosalind missed a piece. Did you sew it to the vertical instead of the brown?
Yeah.
That's even in the wrong row.
Yeah.
Well, Graybeard, yes, that was number 5. Yes, that was number 5. It is, yeah, oh no, Jose says, don't worry, it's happened to all of us at least once. Welcome to my life. Welcome, yes, welcome to my life. Would you like to borrow my seam ripper?
No,
All right, you have one that you love?
I usually use a pen.
Would you like a real seam ripper? Are you sure? Okay. Because you know how much I love my seam ripper.
Yes, I know.
You have to have a love affair with your seam ripper and be nice to it and tell it sweet things, or else it's mean to you. Okay, back to here. Well, I think I'm going to win this race. All right, let's do some ironing. There we go. Did you ever get Stream Elements working to shout out Impistry? Okay, row number 9 to the right. I only have 3 pieces. So remember, when we have 3 pieces, we can now go around our center piece. So we're making sure our seams point to the right, and I'm picking up that first piece, putting it over the middle, and then picking up the right piece and putting that over the middle. And it still hates you for shout-outs, yes. Okay, yep. Thank you very much, Capes, for stepping in. I appreciate that. All right, let's do this one. I think there's one more. I need at least one more pass on. I don't think everything has 3. No, Graybeard, it's definitely not going to work for you because you're not a mod. Yes, although that would be funny. Yeah, no, I actually did have it open where anyone could shout anyone out originally, and then people took advantage of it. So just like with everything else, Whenever people take advantage of something, it ruins it for everyone. There we go. And then same thing over here. Let's make sure I did those correctly. Yes, I did. Oh, so it did the opposite, so that non-mods could shut people out. That's funny. Yeah, that'd be really funny. I'd laugh at that. If only non-mods were the ones that shouted people out. There we go. All right, and this is row number 7, so it's to the right. And this one has 4. So like I said, remember I thought that there's at least one that did that. Yes, okay, so to the right, so right over left. And pinning it into place. Oh. Really, Nikki? You can't, okay, so Stream Elements kicked you off as a mod. All right, is Capes fixing it? Well, that could be why you can't do it. Is it being like Twitch where it randomly undoes things? You added yourself back? You had the mod access as Stream Elements, but it didn't recognize you as a mod. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Thank you so much for doing that. Guys, if you don't follow Impistry, please go give Impistry a follow. She is an amazing, fantastic, awesome streamer. She is a sewer that creates little imps out of socks. She also supports our St. Jude on a regular basis. 1, 2, 3, 4, this is to the left. Also, please follow Looney Loomworks. Looney is an amazing, awesome, fantastic loomer. He looms with yarn, and it is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Hey, Thusius, how are you today? Looney does amazing, awesome work. He is in the process of, right now, making he does rugs a lot. But right now he is making a sub-wall sign on the loom, which is really cool. If anyone was in his, oh, I'm sorry, weaving. Yes. Proper terms, proper terminology. Yes. Yes. Finding those right words is good. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Weaver. He's a weaver, not a loomer. Is that, so a loomer would be like if you loom over somebody?
You have
Is that what it is?
Quiltody. Your taste must be exquisite.
Eva, thank you so much for that follow. I super appreciate it. I mean, come on. If you're used to my stream, you know that words are not good. See, there you go, Looney. See, Looney looms over his weavings. So he can be a loomer. I mean, you can be a loomer. All right, this is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Row number 5 to the right. Oh, this is another one where it's got 4 pieces left. Let's make sure I've done this correctly though, because this is the row. No, it's not the row. No, I was gonna say this is the row that Rosalind messed up. It's the next row. Okay, row number 5. Let's just make sure because things. Because, hey, okay, it's right. It's right. Okay, it's to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. What was that? Yes, make sure gold is on top. So yeah, so Looney, I was actually going to ask, I didn't think you were still here. I was going to ask if anyone was watching your stream. Did you get far with your subwall loom today? Your subwall, is it called, the thing you're working on, is it called a weave? Is it called a loom? Is it just called a rug? What is the correct word? Let's see. And remind me Thursday's stream to talk about how much words are hard and what happened with Dryad T and I, please. Work on a loom, weaving a rug on, yes, okay. So the rug that you are weaving today for your subwall, aha, I'm finding the right words. How far did you get with your weaving? Here, I got it. Okay, row number 4 to the left. So left over right. There we go. And then then this way, and that way, and there, and there. Perfect. All right, row number 3. Row number 3. It's funny, I thought this stream would be longer than the rest, but I thought it would be because of the block, not because of technical problems, like batteries and internet. You got the NY loom done today of Looney Loomworks. Would have gone further, but shoulders, okay. I'm glad you stopped then if your shoulder was acting up. Yeah, I saw what you posted on Instagram yesterday for just the very beginning of it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is row number 3 to the right. And yes, I lay this out every time just to make sure that I don't flip pieces and I do it correctly. Yes, that looks good. Now, whenever you're turning it, remember, fold this back. You want to have a clean line to sew here and here. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, got that, and turn. We're almost done with the rows and ready to assemble. Okay. There we are. And this is row number 2 to the left. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. Oh, you know what? This stream probably, I should have known. I should have known because whenever I started, when I was setting everything up, it took me 30 minutes to get one of my cameras working. I just couldn't get it working, couldn't figure it out, and then all of a sudden it worked. I was like, oh. Okay. There we are. And this is to the right. And there. Perfect. Let's pin that. Great. Okay, we've got that. All right, so we've got everything. So there's only 2 rows, this one and this one, that need additional sewing. Everything else is ready to go. Okay, so let's grab this. I am not going to switch the cameras because it's not going to take me very long, and my Stream Deck. My Stream Deck is not working, so I can't do it quickly. But you can see me grab the pieces. Hey, no, I'm doing this on purpose. You can see the other camera angle of what it looks like for me grabbing the pieces. Okay, those 2 are sewn together. And then there. And then I'm not going to put it all the way in. I'm going to put it right there. That way I know that I have to still iron and pin it. Yes, yes, it's totally on purpose. Totally, totally on purpose. Okay. There we go. All right. Back over here. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, and then there. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. Okay, is this correct? Yes. Beautiful. Now, it honestly doesn't make a difference which way I flip it at this point. I can still flip it right over left because the arrow points to the right. Honestly, it doesn't matter because I know whenever I go to sew it, I already have seams. So when I go to sew it, when I go to iron words, when I go to iron it, if my seams, so if I lay my thing like this as I go to iron it, if my seams are pointing up, it's wrong. If my seams are pointing down, it is correct. Because as you lift it up like this, see how all this goes up? And now I'm going to force that to go up. All right, this one. Yes, yes. Last week was, no, it really wasn't. Last week wasn't on purpose. Last week I really did flip pieces and I made a mistake. But it provided me a good teaching moment so that I could show you how to fix flipped pieces. Okay, and this is row number 7. So this is also to the right. Let's make sure that that all looks good. Yes, it does. Fantastic. Wonderful. All right. Let's start sewing some rows. All right, these are all together. So now I'm going to group all of these up in groups of 2. Groups of 2. And if I have a single and I have a double where I have to sew both sides, the double goes on top. There we are. We've got groups of 2. Fantastic. Yes, and that is absolutely true. You will make a mistake. It will happen. It all depends upon how you handle that mistake. So if you scream and yell and cry and think that's going to fix it, then you need to reevaluate your life choices. And we can't control the universe. I can't control that the internet went down today. All I can do is try to fix it and make it better. All right, and I realized I just kind of did this and didn't explain it, and I'm supposed to be explaining. Okay, so we're going to explain the next one. Oh, really, Thuseus? Really? I know you. I don't think it does. All right, so I have a 3. That means I have 3 pieces that are all pinned together, so I have to sew both sides. So I'm going to sew the right, and I'm going to free the old one. Take the pins out. Okay, Thuseus. You think so. And set that right there. And then I want to go ahead and put my second one in that's a single. Now, I'm going to take this, I'm going to trim it, and I'm going to turn it, and then put it back in again. By doing this, it saves me time, and it's more efficient. And you can go faster. Because you know me, I am all about efficiency and moving as quickly, but always sewing well the entire time. All right. Let's do this. Perfect. And there's that one. And same thing here. I'm turning it and sewing the opposite side. Now, every now and then I do have one that has 3 pieces pinned together where I have to sew both sides for both pieces. And I forgot to turn one. It's not a problem. Just go back and sew it. Now remember, if you don't forget to follow my YouTube, follow the YouTubes. That way you can see when things get posted. Now the week of Dragon Con, so the week of Labor Day, I am not going to be posting a video for Quilt Along because I'm not doing the Quilt Along that week. But I am going to be posting a video. If you remember, back in May, we went and visited the A&E plant. Hi, we'll see you later, Graybeard. Thanks for being here. And we actually did a stream called Threadication, where we talked about thread. We did all sorts of things, and we streamed it. So I have downloaded it. I have edited it. It is ready to go. But I decided I'm going to wait to upload it until I have a free week. So that's the week. So I'm excited for that. All right. There we go. All right, let's go back to ironing and pinning. So these are my sewn strips. So at this point, oh, and if you notice this last strip up here, I left in the machine. So row number 1 is still in the machine. I have not yet freed it. All right, so remember what I said. You want to make sure that your seams go down. If your seams go down, whoops, there's one that needs a little ironing. If your seams go down, then all you have to do is this. To iron those last bits. Rosalind, the person that taught you how to sew, were they mainly a clothing sewer?
Yes.
And did they use a lot of delicate fabrics like silk and chiffon?
Yeah.
Okay. Then maybe that's just how they were taught by someone that does. Because delicate fabrics, you never want to sew the front. Because it could damage it, yeah. Because they're so light.
That would make sense.
And so that's probably why they probably learned from someone like that. And that's probably why they think that you do all seams. Now in this case, look, see my one seam back here? See how it flipped? So I'm going to now sew the back in order to make sure that that seam goes straight. Because if I don't, it will affect the next step of when I combine my rows. So I wonder if they learned from someone like that. But with quilting, you're using 100% quilting cotton all the time. Sew the front. Or iron the front, not sew it. Words. All the word. Iron. Iron, not sew. Iron, iron, iron. I said sew the back too, didn't I? Iron. Iron. Words. Iron. Oh my gosh. There we go. And this goes to the right. I'm just ironing them all right now because I felt like it. Because I feel like it.
Now have a proper Mario mustache.
You have a proper Mario mustache.
Because it has been fixed.
To the left. Okay, good. I was looking. That scared me for a minute. That scared me. I was like, is it supposed to be that way? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. And Looney, because you failed with that, how are you going to handle it? So what kind of person are you? Yes. That way. I have my piece upside down. Freak out and flip the desk? Yes, yes, yes. I know that's the kind of no. No, you're going to smile and you're going to laugh it off. I know you. There we go. Let's see if we can get this done before 5 o'clock or if we have to go over. Oh, that looks good so far, guys. It looks good so far. And I have officially passed Rosalind. Now, she did sew a piece wrong.
Which I have now corrected.
There you go. I was like, I was missing a row. All right. Let's do this thing. All right, so as you see, I am, good morning, Azure. I am pinning the nested seams first. And then I'm going back and pinning the rest of the seams. Whether there's a seam on the top or on the bottom, it doesn't make a difference. You do have to pin it. So pinning the seams and then going back and doing the rest. Now, I am not going to be sewing this. So I'm actually going to be taking this. Azure!
And head down to the sweatshop. I mean, factory.
Less than 3.
Less than 3. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this, and I'm going to be setting it aside. I'm actually going to set it to the right, just like this, for the first one. Because, do I stretch or did I miss a piece? No, I have to stretch it. Okay. Rosalind, do you want to come and see what I was talking about for the stretching? Okay. So you're not. They can't see you if you want to come all the way over here because the camera's just right here. See? So so I was showing Rosalind earlier about how we stretch. So you see how this one actually sewed a little bit tighter than this one. So what we want to do is go through and pin the seam first. So that's the most important thing. Now you notice how here this is a little bit shorter. So I'm going to stretch this. So I'm going to line that up first, put a pin in that, and then I have both of those seams. I'm going to stretch this and even out that extra bit. Because if you don't even out the extra bit, then you get like a little bunch area. So if you even the whole thing out, you spread that bunch out, and so it doesn't happen. All right, so it's fine. So here's the next one. So I'm going to use my fingernails to move that, pin this one right here, and same thing here. You see how the bottom's got a little bit more than the top? So I'm going to stretch the whole thing and pin right in the middle. So you're just evening out the stuff because it happens where one row will have more or less than the other row because of how you sewed it. You may have sewed a tighter seam than the other one, and so it just happens that way. You're welcome. See, stuff like this, it's easier to show in person.
Yes.
All right, let's do this. And speaking of in person, if you are in the Maryland area, if you want to come and sew with me next Monday or the Monday after, come and visit Tomorrow's Treasures and sign up. It is a free class to come and sit and sew with me. You just need to buy your fabric for the quilt along from them. And they do have all the fabric here at Tomorrow's Treasures that I use, including the Northcott Toscana fabric. You can pick other fabric, but they have the actual Northcott Toscana. There we are. We've got that. Oh, and again, Azure, thank you so much for that resub. I super appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Azure Koi. We talked about you this weekend, by the way. I can talk about that on Thursday. All right, so this one is done. You see how that's all nice and lined up now? All right, take that and turn it. Next. There we are. There we go. And this is the boring part. Just pinning, 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 pinning. This weekend was Gen Con. I'm going to talk all about it Thursday evening. But a certain friend of both of ours came down to Indianapolis just to hang out. So we were talking about you. Someone from Sprite Stitch. There we go. Okay, that one is done. One more. And let's pin this one. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to go backwards, because remember what I was talking about when I was laying out the rows here is if you have a single piece all by itself and needs a break because it went to Gen Con, you do want to include it in the next pass. The reason why we want to include those single pieces in the second pass, and we don't just want to keep on leaving those single pieces out every single time, because if you don't include it, what's going to happen is you're going to have a long strip and then a single piece to sew on. And it's going to be a little lopsided. It's not that big of a deal for blocks like this. I mean, it's really not that long. It's not that big of a big deal. But it's a good habit to start putting yourself in, because if you start doing larger quilts, you want to make sure you do the same thing. Because you will have maybe a super, 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 super long piece and then a little tiny piece at the end. And it's a pain in the butt to sew. So this way, it's more evened out, and it's better. It's more better. There we go. All right, let's sew us some rows. Now you can see over here, I have my rows laid out. So this is actually the first one that I pinned together. I can't pick up my pins. There we go. This is the first one I pinned together, then this one, then this one. This is the one I just did. So I'm actually going to reverse them, because this one is going to get pinned to that one. Because we want to make sure we don't want to leave this guy out right here. We want to include it. All right, so let's trim this. And because it's both sides, I'm going to turn it and sew it the other side. There we go. All right, now I want to sew these two together. So I'm going to put one in, and then we're actually going to free this one here, take the pins out, and set it over there for combining. Take the pins out, put the pins right there. Like, why did I put the pins all the way over there out of my reach? I don't know why I do things sometimes. Seriously, I don't know why I do things. Okay, those need, and let's do this. All right, so this is the part of quilting that I like best. Up until now, it's just all been pixels all over the place. Didn't really make a picture. But when you start sewing the rows together, you can start to see your picture. This is also when you discover if you have flipped any pieces, or added or taken away pieces, if you have not noticed them before now. If you want to see how to fix that once the row is already sewn, take a look at last week. Last week was Mega Android. It was block number 7. 7. Yes. This is block 8. Yes. There we go. All right. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? I just kept on sewing. Luckily, there's not a lot of pieces. So I'm going to keep this one in here. Because just like the others, I'm just going to leave it on in there. It's fine. Because the next time I sew, I'm going to sew the other 2 pieces. And then I will be putting them all together. All right. So we've got this one. There we go. And we've got that. Oops, wait, wrong one. Wrong one. Nope, sorry, wrong one. There we go. I mean, it's not like I don't just like randomly click things. Okay, I randomly click things. Okay, so now in this case, we have the entire row that we're sewing together. So we want to make sure that we iron this entire thing down just like that, and then we want to iron it open. So we want to lock those seams, and locking the seams helps with stretching. There we are. It helps with stretching and warping. There we go. And then up. There we are. Look at that. Look at that. It's getting there. It is getting there. I always like to sew the path of least resistance. So, in this case, it is the top folded down and then just flip it over. All right, so seams first, and then we're going to go back and fill in the rest. So where the seams meet each other, we'll do those first. There we go. We'll do that first, and then we'll go back and fill it in. Perfect. We'll do that first. There's nothing there, so I will go this way. There we are. So there's our second piece. And then now for this one. Now, once we finish combining these together, like I said, we'll have 3 pieces. So I will sew those. We will sew those 3 pieces together. And then we have our block, and we only need to square it up. Now, don't forget, while you are sewing these rows, we're still doing a scant 1/4 inch. All right, we're still doing the scant 1/4 inch. Okay, why? That one just didn't want to lay. I thought I had a pin in it because it just was not ironing. There we go. Beautiful. There it is. All right, there's our center. Perfect. Let's get this pinned. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so if you have any ideas on what I can do with those scraps pertaining to St. Jude. So I've got some extra scraps. Should I give them away ahead of time? or should I give them away on that St. Jude stream that I'm using scraps? I can use Jan's book and ask if we could give a few more away. Yeah, oh yeah, Hydrated Bot's confused. Hydrated Bot says now I've been live for over an hour. Hydrated Bot's confused. Dang it. It's been 4 hours, but thank you, Hydrated Bot. It did, but now it's confused. It's okay. That's what happens when you lose the internets. So the more I think about as I'm talking out loud, I'm thinking what I may do is keep that stream and upload it to YouTube and then give away the scraps on the stream so that whoever wins them can go back and re-watch that YouTube if they want. Or they can do anything that they want. But that they would get a book and scrap fabric. Yeah. I like that a lot too. Okay. All right. Let's sew this. Because I know that Jan is going to be doing a blog hop in a few months on, oh, and who says I have to wait for November, December? I can raise money before then because I have one campaign for the entire year. Okay, I'll figure it out. We'll do something. What?
I said I have a face.
You have a face? You have a face? Yes, plotting times. Well, see, this is where I get my ideas, right? I talk out loud. I think about things. I talk to people. In fact, I was talking to other streamers this weekend at the streamer meetup that I am a firm believer in collaboration. I believe that no one person has all the answers and that you only are able to grow and learn through collaboration. Now I'm thinking about this. All right, I'm going to reach out to her. She's a little upset with me because I was going to do a Bob Ross quilt along in end of October to celebrate Bob Ross's birthday. And then everyone I was talking to kept saying no because it was also quilt market, quilt festival time, and so they were going to be super busy. So then I said, okay, end of September. And I never got it together, so now it's too late. But we want to do something together, so I'm sure she'll be happy whenever I come to her with this. All right, so let's iron those three and get them together. No, I was actually supposed to do it last year, and I never did. So then I said I was going to do it this year. I'm always just too busy. If you have not yet seen it, though, the Cherry Wood Challenge this year for 2019 is Bob Ross. It's pretty cool. I love the Cherry Wood Challenge every year. I love seeing the stuff and the finished quilts. I always buy the books. I have never participated in them myself. One of these years I will. Don't forget to iron your seam to lock it in. Now, oh, and I almost forgot, in this case, whenever you are sewing your actual rows together, it does not make a difference which way you iron your seam. You can iron the seam up, you can iron it down, it does not make a difference. Now, whenever I get access to, what's it called, with multiple streamers? So, yeah, squad, thank you. When I get access to squad streaming, I have so many plans in store. I have been talking to peoples.
I will say this, I've seen squat trimming, and the only thing that I wish that they allowed was a single chat.
Yes, I agree. A single chat would be best for squad streaming. I completely agree. Okay, we've got our last 3 pieces. Look at that. That's cool. All right, so we're going to take this one. We're going to flip it up. And let's pin it into place. And then we'll take the top one, flip it down. We'll do these last 2 bits of sewing. And we have a block. At that point, it will just be squaring it up. Oh, and it's 5 o'clock now. Dang it. I knew we were going to go over for this one. But it wasn't for the reasons that I thought. But that's okay. Now, next week's block. Next week, the stream will be on Monday. Next week's block is The Adventurer, which is inspired by Link. And I really like the design. So Nicole is the one that designed all these blocks. She is amazing with her stuff. I agree. Technical difficulties are mean. I agree. But we got it up, we got it working, and we are fine. We are good to go. And we were able to do the rest of the stream. Here we are. So I'm taking my top and flipping it down. Here we go. Come on. So just think, we are over the halfway point. We have 3 streams here in Maryland, a week off, and then, so this is 8, 9, 10 here in Maryland, a week off, 11, 12, and assembly. So I will show you how to assemble the blocks. We'll do our sashing. I may add an extra border onto this one so I can show you how to do it if you want to. Maybe I may even do a pieced border. Yeah, no, I haven't shown a pieced border on stream. I may do that. It depends how long that stream is, because we want to make sure that it's for at least 3 hours, preferably 4. So if it's super fast doing our sashing and our block assembly, then I'll do a pieced border. If it takes us a really long time for some reason, then I won't add an extra border. There we go. So same thing. Remember with the 3 that we flip in on the middle, I'm going to sew the one side. Put my scrap in. Sew the other side. Nikki, while I finish this, will you do me a favor and see if there are any amazing PG streamers that are still on, please? All right. And let's bring this down. And here, take our pins out. We are almost there. We are almost there. And then if you could shoot it to me on my phone through Discord, if there is. Thank you. Okay, we've got that. Perfect. Okay, let's iron this and lay this out. Oops. There we are. We're going to iron our seam and then iron this open. Now earlier, Rosalind asked, what about all these little flyaway things? So you see all these little pieces of thread everywhere, I ignore it. I leave it. I don't worry about it. Not until you're completely finished. When you're completely finished and you've quilted it, then I go back and pick all that stuff out. Okay, let's turn that around. And when, in fact, whenever somebody buys one of my finished quilts, I give them the quilt spiel, where I say, any of these threads that start to come through, especially after the first time that you wash it, you just pick them, pull them, trim them. But I never worry about it until after it's already quilted. There we go. We have a block. Now, it's time to square it up. Now, this is a smaller mat. I forgot my large mat, but I did order another one, which should be coming in the next few weeks. So I may have it next week, I may not. So what I'm going to do is, Okay, let's do this. I'm going to lift this up. So I'm going to show you how to do this on a smaller mat. All right? So we're doing this on a smaller mat. So we need to square this to 18 inches. Let's say if your mat isn't 18 by 18. It's a smaller mat like this one. So let me move this up. What I'm going to do is I have my 0 and my 18. Same thing as I did before. I'm going to line up some of the lines here so that I know it is straight. 11. Let me lift this up a little bit more. There we are. That's straight now. And then I'm going to look at my 0 and my 18. And I'm going to take this and put it right in the center. There we are. That's lined up there. That's lined up there. Perfect. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to line this up along the 18. Make sure it's nice and straight. There we are. Look at how perfect that is. Now, you notice how I just did that one side. That's fine. At this point, I'm going to take this and I'm going to slide it down. And I'm making sure that this line stays here on the 18. Okay? So I'm making sure that this whole thing stays along the 18. Lining it up, and then I continue on. So it's a matter of moving your piece in a way that makes it simple. And then now I have a lovely straight line here that's lined up. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it around to the other side. Same thing, except this time I'm lining it up right here along the left, and then I can immediately do the right. Let's make sure. I'm just making sure my 18 is correct. There we go. There we go. Yeah, right along that 18. Nice. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, and let's move this down. So we can get the rest of it. I hear ping, ping, ping over there. Are you taking out your clips? Are you sewing together your rows?
I am.
Oh my gosh. Guys, Rosalind's not that far behind me. We'll post her block because I'm sure she'll get it done today. I'm sure she'll be finishing as I wrap up the stream equipment. So we'll make sure we post it in Discord. There we are. Perfect. There's 2 sides. You know what I just looked at? There's a big cutting mat over there. I could have taken the big cutting mat and made it easier for myself, but that's okay. All right, let's turn this. Now, remember, this is a perfectly straight line right here. So all I have to do is worry about getting it between the 2 and centering it. I'm going to put that up like here so you can see the bottom here. So making sure that that is straight right there. And you see how my bottom kind of goes yoink? My top goes yoink. It's kind of like wavy. That is natural. That is fine. That is why you square things up. There we go. And let's bring it down. And we're lining this up. Perfect. There we go. Our bottom is perfect. Let's turn it. And now we're going to line it up along the bottom and along the side. Look at that nice corner right there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Here, look at this really big chunk. Look how it goes. So back whenever I first was learning how to quilt, I was always like, why do I need to square this up? I'm just wasting fabric. I'm going to use the whole thing. Yeah. That wasn't very smart of me in the beginning. But I learned my lesson. And I'm going to line it up right here along that line. There we go. And I have a squared block. There he is. We are done. We are done. It is perfect, and it is amazing. Ooh. Have I done the first one that you linked in as a quilt along yet? The second one we have. Have I done that first one? So Hero Plumber, or Plumber Hero, is done. And there is block, okay, yeah, I'm going to do the first one. There is block number 8. Everyone give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much for being here with us. We are going to be back with the Adventurer next week. It is going to be block number 9. We are going to now go raid an amazing, awesome, fantastic person that I love. She is a cosplayer who is entering the cosplay contest this year. So please make sure you give some love to Mama Samuel. If you are watching live on Twitch, please stick around for the raid. We want to make sure that we give her some love. If you are watching this on repeat or through YouTube, you can go on to the next video if it's available. Feel free to go back and watch any of the blocks that you want. And don't forget, you can always join us live here on Twitch. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with me through all the freaking technical difficulties today. And I love you. I'll be back Thursday night, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you very much. I love you.